¿Qué tal, gente? Soy Lobito, bienvenidos a otro video en el canal, bienvenidos a otro video de Genshin Impact. Esta vez tenemos un evento nuevo, un evento que quería esperar un poco que esté un poco más avanzado para poder tratar de hacerlo todo en menos días posibles. Y tenemos una zona nueva que no sé de qué se trata, no sé ni el nombre, pero vamos a ver. Este evento involucra a Klee, a Kokomi, a Eula, que regresa por fin de la cárcel en la que estuvo encerrada durante tanto tiempo, al fin. Eso vamos a hacer. Sí, Eula regresa después de mucho tiempo y lo más interesante, está Collei, ya está bien, Collei está cerca, pero está Kokomi, no le veo mucho sentido, pero vamos a ver. También hay un nuevo outfit para Klee, para kaeya. Así que como buen free to pobre que soy, voy a ir por el outfit de kaeya de todas maneras. Y tal vez eso me motive a buildear a kaeya por fin. Así que nada, vamos a empezar con esto de una vez. Ok. ¿Por qué la voz de Paimon está tan saturada? No debo haber sido el único que lo ha notado, pero la voz de... A ver. Sí, su voz de Paimon por alguna razón está muy saturada en este evento, o sea, sus diálogos.
Ah, look who it is.
Dan ganas de patear.
You've caught me completely off guard this time. But then again, it's always a pleasant surprise when you two show up.
Gracias, kaeya.
Guess we were so excited to see Jean again that we forgot to knock. I hope we didn't startle anyone. Wait a sec. We weren't talking about anything that we're not supposed to hear, were
Le he hecho un pedido al buen cazador, a lo mejor me he equivocado de dirección, le estaba enseñando el camino. Aquí es Paimon, yo me voy yendo.
Showing your guide the way? Yeah, right.
It's been a while since we last met, but I can see you two haven't changed one bit. Don't worry, we weren't discussing anything confidential. In fact, we were just talking about you.
¿Qué?
Maybe we should let the star of the story explain it in their own words.
Yeah! Let me tell it! A few days ago, I was reading TODO tales in the solitary confinement room when all of a sudden,
Me pregunto por qué la habrán castigado.
a letter came flying in through the window.
Una carta entró otra vez. Ok, otra carta. Otra maquinación de Alice, ok. Spoiler alert.
Like a bird does. It was flapping its wings. It could even talk. It said, well, it was a bunch of stuff I didn't understand.
You couldn't understand? Then it must have been talking about how to avoid solitary confinement.
Hijo de perra.
Kaeya?
Just saying. We don't want to let a teachable moment slip by.
Exacto.
Okay, I know. Anyway, the letter said, "Oh, Klee, are you behaving? I see you've wound up in the solitary confinement room again. Mommy is busy these days and can't take you out to play. But there's good news. I have a friend who has very kindly invited you to visit her."
No. Sí, todo esto es otra maquinación de Alice, hermano, no.
In principle, yes.
Ay, no, Alice no.
But the issue is that Alice's friend lives quite far from here.
Lo que significa que esto va a ser bien loco.
The
Todo va a
letter
estar bien
says
loco, entonces.
Mom's friend lives in Sumeru.
The Knights of Favonius could never agree to send Klee off to Sumeru on her own. But Klee is rather intent on taking
Y
Alice's
claro,
friend
tienen que
up on this
agarrar
invitation.
a la viajera para llevar a las cosas,
I
¿no?
really want to go.
You see? So we were wondering, who can we send with her on the journey? Preferably someone who's a reliable hero and with a history of saving Mondstadt.
Hijo de tu madre.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to see us.
I do apologize, but Klee gets along with you so well. We couldn't think of a more suitable choice.
Sí, claro.
Sure, we can do that, no problem.
¿Cuánto es? ¿Cuánto es la paga? Es lo que quiero saber.
Can you really, Miss
¿Cuánto va a ser la
Honorary?
paga? Con mucho gusto.
Hey, with Miss Honorary Knight around, Klee's not afraid of anything.
See, I told you that she'd agree. In that case, we'll leave Klee in the trusty hands of the traveler.
Oh,
And
no.
you too, Kaeya. You should join them. I noticed you quietly completed that backlog of paperwork we had. You deserve the chance to unwind a little.
Oh,
¿Por
so
qué de la
you
nada
noticed.
tiene un acento de chica del
Well,
valle?
then, I suppose I have no
Ok.
reason to refuse.
Esa no era Ningguang la que tenía ese acento.
Great! Things will go
Ahora
even
Jean.
more smoothly with Kaeya around. Still, Sumeru is pretty far. It's gonna be
Pero
a
los
long
teletransportadores, o sea, no son canon entonces.
Don't worry. This letter had a magic
Ay, no
event
jodas.
inside. Mom says we just have to all shout out where we want to go at the same time. And poof! We'll be there in the blink of an eye.
Ok.
Wow. Well, that'll definitely make things easier. It only works
No,
3
definitivamente.
times, though. So we should only use it when we really need.
Solo se puede usar 3 veces, no friegues.
3's plenty. One for the way there, one for the way back, and one extra, just for good measure.
Sounds very mysterious.
Es un misterio muy
I still think
misterioso.
we should use it sparingly. After all, we don't know the exact location of where we'll be headed, or what dangers we may encounter on the way. Here's what I suggest. Traveler, you're well connected. I'm sure you must have friends who are familiar with Sumeru. I say we start by teleporting to one of them. It'll give us a chance to test out the magic invite, and also find ourselves a local guide.
That kind of makes sense.
Collei.
And since
Ahí
we
entra
have 3
Collei.
uses, there's no point letting one of them go to waste.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Paimon.
Well, we need someone who's familiar with Sumeru and can be our guide. So, sounds like we need a forest ranger. And everyone knows that the best place to go looking for a forest ranger is a little place called...
La Villa Gandarva.
Maybe we can get Tainari to help us.
No, no va a querer.
All right. Gandharvaville it is.
Tignari no va a querer. No va a querer. Y vamos a ir con Collei. Por eso Collei es parte de la historia.
Kaeya and Miss Honorary Knight.
O Tignari. He puesto que Tignari va a delegar a Collei para esto.
We should
Definitivamente.
be on our way then. If you'll...
Yes, let the wind lead. I wish you a safe journey. And Klee,
No hagas explotar nada.
I know. I'll be careful. I promise. Okay, here goes nothing.
Vámonos a la mierda.
Gandharvaville.
Gandharvaville.
Por favor, que tenga... No, ¿por qué la viajera es muda? Dios.
Huh? No, it's not a hill.
¿Qué? No. Dijo mal Gandharva. Ok, se fue la electricidad. Y vuelvo a encender todo y... Me dejó aquí. Paimon se asustó, dice acá. Paimon pensaba que ya era un lugar extraño. Ah, man.
Sorry, it was an accident.
En él, por favor, arregla tu...
It's okay, Klee.
Arregla la luz, arregla la corriente.
This really does work.
Fascinating. One moment we're in Mondstadt, the next we're in Sumeru.
So this is where Mom's friend lives? Wow.
Creo que ya sé exactamente en qué parte de Sumeru estamos. Estamos ahí antes de la estatua de los 7, creo.
Jumpy mushrooms.
Oh, los honguitos.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Bongo,
Sumeru's
no, en
full
inglés
of
es bongo head.
strange stuff like this.
Cabeza bombo se llama el hongo en
Like,
español. Jabalíes a los que le crecen champiñones en el lomo. Sí, eso sí.
Yeah. Paimon was pretty creeped out the first time we saw one of those.
Listen carefully, Klee. Those jumping mushrooms are called fungi. They may look cute, but if you get too close to one, it'll try to hit you with its cap.
Really? Okay, well, I'll hit it back with my cap. And then I'll hit it with the hood on my jacket, too. I'll definitely win if it's 2 hats against 1. As long as playing with hats doesn't...
En vez de las bombas, sí, exacto. En vez que use las bombas, prefiero que use los sombreros, la verdad.
So we should be able to convince her to keep this trip explosion free, right? Uh-huh. I'll be extra careful not to blow anything up. I mean, I'll try my best.
Sí, porque si no Tignari se va a enojar. ¿Eh?
That's very good of you, Klee. You're being very grown up today. Yep, I'm super grown up. I'm already the Spark Knight. Okay, Spark Knight. Well, keep up the good work, because very soon we'll be introducing you to a friend of ours.
No sé. Klee y los bosques no se llevan. O sea, no. Qué miedo.
Hey, look.
Ahí está Eula. Espera, no esperaba ver a Eula acá. O sea, tan pronto. Pensé que se nos iba a unir así después. Ok.
I've definitely heard the other forest rangers mention somebody dressed like that before.
I see. Then it looks like my suspicions are correct. Who do we have here?
Well.
Traveler and Paimon. Huh? Oh, Kaeya and Klee are here too. Hi, Collei. It's been
Qué buena toma. Qué buena toma.
Collei, Eula! What are you two doing here? Well, that question's really more for Eula.
What a coincidence. I didn't expect to run into a fellow Favonian captain this far from Mondstadt. How's the vacation going?
Seriously? Bring the whole crew, why don't you?
Is it just Paimon, or
No,
does
ahora va a querer
Eula
vengarse,
look
como siempre.
particularly thrilled right now?
No se preocupe por eso.
Cool! Great idea! Let's go!
If you're trying to accommodate me, there must be some misunderstanding. I'm fine. There's nothing embarrassing about running into colleagues in the wild.
Bien tsundere es ella.
But earlier you were...
Great. Well, I'm sure there's a fascinating reason behind why
Qué
you're
buena
all the
toma
way out
otra
here in
vez por
Sumeru.
dos.
Do share it with us.
Se nota que está disfrutando la escena. Kaeya
If
de
you must
mierda.
know, it's a little complicated. But simply put, I'm searching for a cousin of mine from the Lawrence clan.
Ah, otro nazi, ok.
He went missing recently, and after searching his home, we found evidence that led us here. He appears to believe that somewhere in Sumeru lies the key to restoring our clan to its former glory.
He came all the way to Sumeru for that? What was he going to do? Enroll at the academia?
I doubt he came here to learn. He's much too old to start getting a basic education now. And from what I know of him, I doubt he has any interest in intellectual pursuits.
Ok.
All he cares about is restoring his clan's honor. Nothing wrong with that idea in principle, but I'm not certain how fanatical he is about it. As a knight and a member of the Lawrence clan, it's my duty to make sure he doesn't bring harm to others.
Oh, if this is true, then your cousin is quite a man of action. Traveling alone to Sumeru from Mondstadt is no mean feat.
Nor is daring to make me personally concerned about his safety. He has no idea what's coming to him.
You know, underneath it all, Paimon thinks Eula's a really caring person. Yeah, she's the best! She brought me some moon pie last time.
He is family,
Se
after
nota que
all.
estás muy preocupada por él.
Anyway, I will make sure to find him and escort him safely back to Mondstadt. Now, back to you. How and why did you all suddenly show up here?
Ok, le explicas la situación a Eula y a collei. O collei.
I'm afraid that could be tricky.
Collei, se pronuncia collei.
is still at Partis the Eye delivering his lectures. He isn't due back for a while, but I think I'll be able to help out. The description in the invitation letter is vague, but I'm pretty sure it's hinting at somewhere in the desert.
The desert?
En el desierto, ok. En el desierto, espera, ¿qué? ¿En el desierto?
Is from the desert? I remember my
Desertí.
Sino once told me a strange rumor about that part of the desert. They say there's a secret domain there that can make all of your wishes come true.
Ok.
Wait. He said I should just call him Sino. I keep forgetting that.
A domain that makes people's wishes come true.
Wow. So is it true? Does it really exist? I probably would have believed it a few years ago. But now that I'm a little older and wiser, I think it makes sense to be more skeptical about things like this.
This explains a lot. The domain could well be a myth, but he probably figured he had nothing to lose. If you intend to search for this place, then please allow me to join you. My cousin has quite a collection of books about Sumeru
¿Estás
desert
segura de eso,
mythology
Eula?
on his shelves. I highly suspect that he, too, is looking for that domain.
Can I come too? I think you might need me there. You'll definitely need a local guide while you're in Sumeru. And I think I have what it takes to be that person.
We have every
Espero que no nos hagas
confidence in your
perdernos, es lo
abilities,
único que
Collei.
pido. No
Our
nos
party
hagas
grows
que nos
bigger and
perdamos.
stronger
Qué buena
still.
toma por 3.
What?
I think it's super cool. I read in a storybook that on your own you can only have a drop of happiness, but in a group you have a whole ocean. So I'm
¿Qué?
sure Mom's
¿Cuándo?
not gonna be
¿Cuándo se ha
happy
escuchado esa
if I
frase?
show up to visit and bring
No
a
puede
whole
ser.
bunch of friends with me. That's the spirit. In that case, let's get the
No sé
magic
por qué
info to
sigo
take us there.
pensando que los diálogos de Paimon en este evento están demasiado saturados. No sé por qué. Se escuchan muy saturados. Ok, creo que ya nos teletransportamos a la nueva zona. Ah, no, nos hemos teletransportado al desierto.
What an incredible
¿Por qué tomó
sight.
tanto en cargar?
Yes. The scenery is quite magnificent.
Oh, no.
Are you okay, Eula? You don't look so good.
I'm fine. Just taking a moment to acclimatize. The air here is much drier than in Mondstadt.
Bueno, estás respirando arena prácticamente.
This area doesn't look very habitable, and I don't see a domain entrance nearby either.
Oh no. I didn't pronounce the destination wrong. Nope, you got it right. It definitely wasn't your fault. I said Gandharvaville wrong earlier, but we still ended up in the right place.
Klee's right. We're in the right place. There's no doubt about that.
Phew. Maybe the entrance is hidden under a sand dune.
Who knows? We'll just have to start by looking around.
Ok. El grupo se divide para explorar la zona, pero tras un buen rato siguen encontrando sin pistas, lo que sea que decía. ¿Por qué ese diálogo desapareció tan rápido?
So thirsty.
Kaeya, usa tus poderes de hielo, weón.
We should have found something by now.
Haz helados para
Unless there's
todos.
a problem with the magic invite.
Huh? How could that happen? Uh-oh. Did I break it by accident? But I didn't do anything. Todo will back me up. I'm innocent. It's definitely not your fault, Klee. See? Not even a wrinkle on it.
Si ese dominio está por acá cerca.
Does Miss Honorary Knight have an idea?
Si nosotros no vamos al dominio,
knows where you're going with this.
el
Interesting
dominio vendrá a
approach.
nosotros. Exacto.
Assuming we're right about this magic invite, that is to say, if it was sent from within the domain, the invite likely has some sort of connection to it.
Oh, I get it now. Plus, I know a super special trick we can use.
A ver, ¿con qué nos
What kind of
sorprendes?
trick?
Klee?
Can you teach it to us too?
Of course. Mom said that if I ever need help, I just need to shout this out loud.
A ver.
Magic invite,
Invitación
magic
mágica,
invite.
invitación
Klee
mágica.
needs your aid. Look, something flew over.
Eso es una lámpara como la que usamos en este desierto, justamente.
It looks like
Sorush
A
se llama.
bottle.
No, Sorush es. Lilupar se llamaba, perdón. La botella se llama Lilupar, la que nos puede
That's one
acompañar.
trick I'll be keeping up my sleeve in the future. You should make a note of it too, Eula.
absolutely not. It's not my style.
I suppose bottles
No se llevan para nada.
common in Sumerian mythology.
Y los dos son crío, ¿eh?
So, is this supposed to be the entrance to the domain? A domain? In a bottle? Huh. Well, if there's one thing we learned in Liyue, it's never judge a domain by its cover. Guess there's
Exacto.
one way to find out if
Tenemos
it's
la
really
teterita y
the
ahora
way
tenemos
in.
esto.
Come on, reach out with your hand.
Let's go. Como diría Lolito, let's go, bitches.
That answers that question.
Ok, ¿ahora qué tengo que hacer?
I'm gonna take a look.
Explorar el dominio. ¿Hay mapa?
Hey, don't.
Oh. Oh. Ok. Oh, se ve todo muy colorido. Todo se ve muy colorido. Me gusta.
Look, look! There's a huge garden here.
Incredible. It looked so small from the outside.
Estamos dentro de una puta
Everyone, I
botella.
suggest that we stop here for a moment. We should take stock of our surroundings before deciding on our next course of action.
Since we're in a bottle, has anyone heard the story of the magic bottle?
Oh, you mean the one about King Deshret and the genie in a bottle?
Sí, 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 lo he escuchado, fui parte de eso.
With some of the vocabulary. What's the story about, Kaeya? Mom told me a story once about a group of adventurers who went to Bottle Land. But I don't think there was a magic bottle in that.
Don't worry, Klee. I can tell you all about the story of the magic bottle. But if you keep running off on your own, you'll miss all the good parts.
Oh.
¡Qué inteligente!
Okay,
¡Qué
I got
inteligente
it.
forma de
I'll
lidiar
stay
con
with the
niños!
group from now on.
Eso es genial. Voy a aplicarla
You
para la
sense it
próxima.
too, don't you, collei? Something's not quite right.
Sí, algo está
Yeah.
muy
The
tranquilo.
scenery here is beautiful, but it's too quiet. And there's no sign of Klee's Auntie Desert here anywhere. Maybe Auntie Desert lives way further down inside. This place is super big, just like Fischl's immer Nachtfresh.
Oh, y me parece genial que referencien eventos antiguos. Porque hasta donde sabemos los eventos jamás son canónicos. Nunca se acuerda nadie de los eventos.
Hopefully we'll meet her soon.
Primera parte terminada. Todo lo que he tenido que hacer para poderme subir acá, oye.
Wow, it's a big ball of water. I wonder
Parece,
what it
parece un
feels
globo
like.
terráqueo.
Can I touch it? It's so big that
Klee,
it could probably pass straight through it.
Ok. Y esa cara, esa cara.
That's so scary. Stop giving Paimon the heebie-jeebies.
Let's not touch it for now. We still don't know enough about our environment.
But we
Sí,
can't just do
exacto.
nothing at all because then nothing at all will happen.
I have a feeling that this could be the core that sustains this entire bottle domain.
Es el
In
núcleo de
which
toda la
case,
botella.
The moment we touch it, this place will instantly revert to its original size, with all of us still inside.
Yikes. Okay. Paimon
O sea, se hace pequeñito. O sea, básicamente el submarino. O sea, sí vamos a implosionar todos ahí, ok.
Kaeya, are we really gonna get squished inside a bottle?
Sí.
Of course not, Klee. I'm sure the real core of this domain is hidden away in a very safe place. Somewhere like... over there, for example.
¡Hala! Oh, es verdad.
Nervous
Esa
that I
cosa es
didn't notice that
gigante.
big wheel at all.
¡Hala! Es gigante, es enorme.
Wait, who goes there?
Una bola de agua. Glu glu.
It's the waterball monster! Ah, the waterball monster is real!
Glu glu, ok.
It doesn't seem hostile. In fact, don't you think it looks happy to see us? Really? You sure it's not gonna gobble up Paimon whole?
No creo. Considerando el tamaño que tiene,
I
no
don't
creo.
think it's hungry. Are you, water droplet?
Gotita. Glu glu.
Oh dear. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm not understanding a word of this.
Oh, ¿saben qué? ¿Saben qué me he dado cuenta? Mira,
Wait for us!
cuando aparezca otra vez me muestra este detalle que me he dado cuenta. Ahí está. Volví a bajar. Glu glu, ok, glu glu.
Why'd it stop? Maybe it can understand us after all. Oh, I get it now. It's leading the way for us. Like the cats? How so?
When you're walking around in Mondstadt City, sometimes a cat will show up on the side of the road. It'll walk ahead of you for a while, and if you're curious enough to follow it, you'll soon find yourself in front of a fine establishment called...
La taberna con la de gato.
So let's see where this water droplet
Que ella lo
takes
sabe
us.
porque ahí se para emborrachando. ¿No?
It went this way, right? Oh, hope we haven't lost it.
Oh, hay una gota gigante ahí.
Did the water droplet go into that cave?
Glu glu, ¿qué pasó?
Another strange contraption.
Otra esfera.
And there's a weird looking wall over there. This kind of looks like the
Lo que yo
ball of
decía
water
era
we saw earlier.
H, 2, O.
Did the water droplet bring us here
Excelente,
because it wants our help with something?
excelente chiste de química ahí, ¿eh? H, 2, H2, O.
What? Your friend is trapped in the wall.
Glu glu. Espera, Klee puede entenderlo.
Sad water droplet. We're here now.
Klee lo
We'll
entiende.
save your friend. You bet. But how are we gonna save them? Do we have to break down this wall somehow?
Glu glu.
Nope, we can't do that. No breaking the wall.
Do we need to find a key of some sort then?
Es un desafío, un puzzle, es un rompecabezas. Ok,
Oh no.
yo
Where'd it
mismo me caí.
go?
Look, the device has lit up. And it's projecting images onto the wall.
¿Qué? What? ¿Qué?
A two-dimensional space with objects of the same composition as the device nested inside.
Yep, what Kaeya said, and that's where its friend is.
But how exactly do we enter the image on the wall?
Maybe we just copy what the water droplet did? But what does that mean?
Hold on, I think Klee's onto something.
Espera, ¿qué?
Since
Mario
the
Bros,
water
¿es esto?
droplet
¿Qué cosa?
appears to be the key that activated the mechanism, we may be able to follow it inside simply by touching the device. The principle is no different than how we entered this bottle domain.
Fair enough. Okay, deep breath.
Ay, ¿por qué no entras tú? A ver. Ok, me da miedo esto. Ah, puedes acércate al proyector refractor para activarlo, ok. Una vez dentro podrás interrogar con muchos objetos, bla bla bla. Bla 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 bla, ya. Entrando en el reflejo. Esto es literalmente Mario Bros.
Whoa! Huh? There's a box blocking your way. Wait, is it a reflection of this box in front of the wall? Come back out for a second.
Ah, puedo salir. Ok, ¿qué hay? Ah, ya entiendo.
Aha! The box on the wall moved too!
Y ahora regreso. Esto es Mario Bros, literal. ¿Esto es un cofre?
Wow, another water droplet just came out from the wall!
Ya veo cómo esto se puede complicar muchísimo. Protogemas, genial, me encanta.
It was flat as a pancake in there, but as soon as it came out, it turned all plump and round. Guess it makes sense that the water droplet's friend is also a water drop. Aww,
Otra gota.
the same thing to show they're happy. Water droplet number 2 ran off.
Glu glu.
It's saying thank you, Miss Honorary Knight. That was a huge help.
Traveler, how do you feel after entering that two-dimensional space?
¿Por qué yo
Any
tuve que ser el conejillo de
physical
Indias?
side
eh?
effects?
Acá están aplastadas que se podía hacer una pizza de viajera. Nada en
You sure
especial.
seem fine to climb on.
Well, I'm just glad that you're okay.
Good thing you is here to look out for everyone. Can't say the same.
Creo que hubiera escogido mejor la otra opción para ver la reacción de una.
Send the traveler inside.
Hey now, I only suggested that because I was confident that the traveler would be fine.
Water droplet, is there anyone
¿Vive
else
alguien
here
más aquí
besides
aparte de tu
you and
amigo y
your
tú?
friend?
Glu glu.
You know, anyone who looks like me or my friends.
Ok.
Oh, it ran off again. Hopefully this is a good sign. Amazing. Come on, let's follow it.
Ok. Esto parece una feria. Parece un carnaval.
It looks like there might be a town up ahead. Huh. Maybe more people live in this domain than we thought.
Ok, la música está muy buena. Me encanta ese jazz.
Where Auntie Desert lives. Y tía,
Ok, ¿quién es esta tipa?
I'm sure you've noticed just how much things have deteriorated in recent days.
But even so,
This is your home.
Oh, espera, ¿qué?
Are you really going
What
to
the
let
fuck?
everything fall to pieces?
Ah, ¿verdad? Que Kokomi también estaba aquí. Buena toma,
well, I
buena
live
toma
here,
ahí.
but it doesn't actually
Buenos
belong to
muslos.
me.
Huh? Paimon knows that voice.
Probablemente la conozcamos. Sí que la
Anyone else who
conocemos.
comes into this domain in the future will take
La
one
chica
look at the
pescado.
ruins before them and conclude that this place was abandoned years ago. But just imagine how different things could be if you maintain this domain in perfect condition. Whoever sets foot inside would witness a magical wonderland. How miraculous.
Pero si ya
they could
sabemos
feel
quién
to
es,
them
¿por
to
qué le
find
ponen
such
los...?
unimaginable beauty in the middle of a lifeless desert?
Oh, you're right, General. Truly, but
Act now while you still can. You have to stand up to this and break free from your despair. The most important thing is to have no regrets in the end.
well, no one chooses to have regrets, do they? But I take your point. I'll try my best to stop running away. But the question remains of
¿Qué ha pasado?
where
¿Por
to
qué?
begin.
¿Qué cosa? ¿Y por qué hacen a un NPC tan bien elaborado para que solo sea un NPC que nunca más vamos a volver a ver?
Honorary Knight's friend. a faraway land?
Es una Miko. En teoría sí, una sacerdotisa, sí.
Divine priestess? What's that?
Aunque en Japón Miko también es un nombre. Pero también significa sacerdotisa. Glu glu.
What are you doing here? Huh? We have new visitors?
Hola.
Greetings, everyone. This is the Veluriyam Mirage, and I'm the caretaker.
Ah, se llama
Kaeya.
Espejismo de Veluriyam, ok.
I'm so sorry that you
Espejismo
have
de
to see this
Veluriyam,
domain in
okay.
its current state of disarray. We are actively working on repairs, and everything will be back to normal shortly.
Greetings, everyone. I guess I should introduce myself too.
It's all right. Just leave the introductions to me.
Pero quería
I
presentar...
wanted to say hello in my own way. But no harm done. I guess I'll let her do the honors.
This lady is a visitor to the domain, just like yourselves. She is a formidable military general. Have any of you heard
Sí,
of
claro.
Inasuma's Onmyo Chamber?
What chamber?
Onmyo Chamber. It's an elite training academy for gifted students of Onmyodo. Practitioners are divided into 4 classes, A through D, and assigned the power of Shikigami based on their mastery of the art.
Wait.
This lady famously led the Class D underdogs to victory against the Class A favorites in the final mock campaign before graduation. An astonishing feat that few in the history of the
¿Por qué
academy
pienso que eso es
have
mentira?
ever achieved. Isn't that right, General?
General?
What's wrong?
Huh? Wait, so the favorites were beaten by the classy underdogs?
¿Qué? El argumento
Sound like
ligero,
the
exacto.
divine priestess Miss Honorary Knight was... Uh-oh. Did she just get caught lying in front of someone she was trying to impress? Or maybe she uses a different identity in her private life?
Oh no,
This
Kokomi,
seems
no.
kind of embarrassing, but also kind of cool. I guess having someone else to introduce you is a good way to make an impression. Maybe I'd fit in better with everyone if I had a title too.
¿Por qué Kokomi está?
General, but it's just their way of showing respect.
Kokomi, esas maquinaciones que está teniendo Kokomi, ¿qué hablo? Collei. Kokomi es ella, Collei es la otra.
Huh? Oh no. Sorry, my mistake, General. I mean, Miss Sangonomiya?
Call me whatever you like, Itia. The only important thing about names is knowing who's who. Oh, I get it now. It's like that story that Mom told me that time.
¿Clue?
Klee can explain. So basically, in the story, a big group of people go on an adventure to Bottleland. One of them's called the King, and some of them are called Knights. So, Miss Sangonomiya must be the super smart one who solves all the problems in the story. What's that?
Perhaps a sage?
¿La sabia?
Indeed. Wisdom is an important attribute found in military generals.
Okay, well, I'll just call you that.
La señorita gran estratega.
It is. Fine by me. Sounds really cute, coming from you. At least, cuter than my pen name, that's for sure. Well then, how should I address the rest of you?
Yo soy una buena cámara.
How could I ever forget you? But what about these esteemed ladies and gentlemen accompanying you? Wait, Klee wants a title too! Okay, got it! Klee wants to be a mage! The kind that flies around everywhere! Da-da-da! Whoosh!
Whoosh.
Kaeya can be the master thief. Miss Honorary Knight can be...
A knight.
The knight! And Paimon will be the fairy who follows the knight everywhere.
Master thief, huh? I did like playing pirates as a child, so I suppose this is an apt role for me. And I must admit, the master part is a nice touch.
Hold on a second. Are you saying the position of knight is now filled?
Eula can be the sword master who can cut through anything and also gets to wear a super sparkly cape.
That's more like it.
And collei can be...
La matasanos.
healer.
Collei, si quieres hacerte la cabeza.
I don't mind. Healer is a great role. I just don't know if I'm qualified to be one. Whenever I'm thinking of titles for myself, I usually imagine myself as an adventurer or musician. I never thought I could be a healer. I mean, it feels like it should be.
¿Por qué de la nada esto se siente como un juego de rol? O sea, de un juego de mesa. Un juego de rol de mesa.
You don't talk much, but you're very kind, just like the healers in Mom's stories.
You'll do fine. I heard you're good with bandages. You can patch up a wound, can't you?
I can pitch a tent. Maybe you heard wrong? But I'll do my best. It's my first day filling in for Master Tainari. But hopefully
this is a great idea. Once a new visitor arrives, they can assume a new identity.
Entonces, ¿quieres hacer que esto de la botella sea una especie de atracción o qué cosa, Idia? O sea, que, a ver, quiero que quede claro porque veo que no hay mucha gente que viene aquí.
Perfectly okay. I already have a role here anyway, remember? I'm the caretaker.
Ah, y es la gerente entonces de este sitio, ok. Ya entiendo todo cómo va.
But you can be the mascot.
La mascota.
Mascot?
La mascota. No.
Klee,
Qué bajo, qué
An
bajo.
even better role for
Qué
this
bajo.
idea.
A mascot, you say? Isn't that a character that doesn't have to actually do anything and sits around letting everyone else do all the important work? Incredible. You've seen right through me.
Sounds like the idea of being lazy is pretty exciting.
Claro, qué fácil. Se lleva la parte más fácil.
The mascot serves to maintain troop morale, Idia. Don't underestimate your role.
Ah, all right. I'll be the mascot then. That's right. Thank you for bringing these new friends here safely. You can go off
Lo
and play
entiende.
now.
¿En serio puede entender esa bola de agua? No puede ser.
See ya.
Es literalmente una gota de agua parlante. Bueno, no parlante, pero una gota de agua consciente de su existencia.
Water droplet? Is that your pet name for it? I suppose it's as accurate a nickname as any.
We keep
Me da
getting
virola.
sidetracked, but I believe you were saying something about being in a difficult predicament. Is something wrong with the Veluriyam mirage?
Oh, yes, about that. I'm afraid the entire domain has recently sustained some significant damage. It was as if the whole world was suddenly flipped upside down. A few components went missing from the core, which sustains the domain, and the impact cascaded out from there. Needless to say, many things in the Veluriyam mirage have now stopped working.
Y ahora es nuestra labor arreglarlo, ¿no?
Just days after I agreed to let my friend's daughter come and visit too.
Oh,
She
no,
gets here and sees the state this place is
Bueno, ya
in.
fallaste, ya fracasaste. Ya. Eres una pésima
So
gerenta.
you're Mom's friend? Hi, Auntie Desert.
Desertía.
I'm Klee. Here, I brought the magic invite, see?
Huh? Wait, so you're...
Look how dilated her pupils are. She must be very surprised.
Te jodiste.
Yeah, and not in a good way. Mom's the one who sent me here. She's the strongest mage ever. She said that her friend lives in the desert. You live in the desert, so that must be you.
La desertía.
So being a mage runs in the family.
Tranqui, te vamos a ayudar.
You're Alice's daughter! Oh, I just want the ground to swallow me up right now! Wait, that's it! I'll hide myself away in the core of the domain! Hide there until this all blows over! See you all in 100 years!
Idia's really going through it. She's like a shriveled little forest fungus, hanging its head in shame.
Collei? That's a harsh analogy. Where'd all that come from?
Don't worry, Auntie Desert. Klee's here to help
Parece
you.
Zaino, de verdad.
All my friends will help too.
Ay, man.
Just take a deep breath, and then another deep breath, and all your worries will fly away.
Para una caballera honoraria será todo un placer ayudar.
Yeah, don't you worry. Lady Fix-a-Lot over here has a good track record with this kind of thing.
Well, I'm useless, but it looks like that won't matter with all you capable people around.
Don't put yourself down, Idia. You're great too.
Thanks for your encouragement. Anyway, for the time being, please talk amongst yourselves. That'll give me some time to think things through and maybe make a start on, delegating.
Ok. Eso es lo que hace una gerenta. Ok. Habla con la gente. Hay gente aquí. Ah, bueno, con nuestra gente. Ok, ok, ya entendí.
Who else has visited the Veluriyam Mirage recently? There was someone from the academia who came along.
CABE estuvo aquí, no puede ser.
Scholar. Blonde hair. Architect, I think.
CABE, ese es CABE.
He was a huge help and redesigned many of the buildings here. Although he was always grumbling to himself, he was extremely diligent in his work. I could tell that was a sensitive soul. A lot like me. Sorry. Please pretend you didn't hear that. I'm of course a very strong and
Mamá, ¿podemos tener a Eula? No, hijo, tenemos a Eula en casa. Eula en casa.
After him, an aristocrat from Mondstadt showed up. Then the Miss Sangonomiya.
El noble de Mondstadt.
Everything
El
here
noble de
suddenly
Mondstadt. ¿Quién
started
es el noble de
changing before I
Mondstadt?
had the chance to be a good host and show them around.
No es...
Do you know where the Mondstadt aristocrat
Ah,
is now?
el primo de Eula.
If I remember correctly, he headed north after. It's a pity we're having all these issues. Oh, if we could get everything working normally again, I could probably locate him in an instant. Still, not to worry. There's nothing dangerous here.
Ok.
Feeling nervous, Collei? Well, it's your first time as a guide, after all.
Oh no, not at all. I'm just, still settling into the role. So I was thinking about how to talk more like Master Chainari.
Well,
Ok.
the easiest way to imitate someone is to start with their most common turns of phrase.
Oh, okay. In that case, put that mushroom down. Now, it's highly poisonous.
There you go. With just a few simple words, you've captured your master's personality perfectly.
Anyway, what about your role? Don't you mind being the master thief? It doesn't sound like you're one of the good guys.
Maybe not. Until you factor
Claro,
in that I only
ladrón
steal
que
from
roba
the
ladrón
enemy.
tiene mil
I
años
think
era,
that's
de
enough to
perdón.
make me one of the good guys.
Oh! Fair point. Hi, Miss General. Miss Honorary Knight says that you're from Watatsumi Island. What's it
Exacto.
like there? There must be loads of fish, right?
Acá hay un pescado acá enfrente.
Wait! You look kinda like a mermaid. Are there fish in your family? Oh, sorry to disappoint you, Miss Mage, but I'm just an ordinary human. I have lots of great stories about Watatsumi Island, though. Come on, let's enjoy the scenery while I tell you all about it.
Interesante.
Hey, Idia, you got an update for us? We've all caught up with each other.
Very well. Then please allow me, Idia, your mascot.
¿A cuántas
to
personas de
explain
Inazuma va
exactly
conociendo
what's
Klee?
happened here.
A Yoimiya. Y ahora a Kokomi, creo. No a más, ¿no? Parece totalmente conforme y adaptada a su papel.
Basically, this entire domain is powered by a device called the Central Hub, which you all saw earlier.
The Central Hub. Suena algo de VR
But
Chat.
following a major incident, several key components from the Central Hub came loose and went flying. 4 components, I believe, which has caused the Central Hub to stop turning.
Oh, so that thing's supposed to spin?
Yes, it definitely shouldn't be frozen still like it is now. At least, that's not how it was when I first got here. Oh, I've done such a terrible job of taking care of it, it's so embarrassing.
Tranquila, todos tenemos la primera
Everything's
vez.
gonna be okay.
La gestión no es fácil.
So,
Lo sé por
we need to fix
experiencia.
the big wheel up there. And did
Right. I do know where one of the parts is. It landed not too far away. But the rest all landed in different areas. I'm afraid you'll have to go and look for those. Now, as the caretaker and your mascot, I shall announce your respective adventure duties.
you can just be yourself if you want. No need to force the whole role-playing thing.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I was thinking that maybe Swordmaster Eula and Healer Collei could investigate the northern zone? If
Fine by me. I was going to be looking for my cousin there anyway.
I'll be your backup, Eula. I know you usually team up with Amber, so I'll try my best to fill her shoes.
Bueno, básicamente eres la Amber de Sumeru.
Oh? Well, this'll be fun. Let's see
Pero
if a
verde.
forest ranger can outperform an outrider.
Uy, 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 Eula te va a agarrar, pero...
if you could earmark some time in your busy schedules to search the west zone.
Klee, a ver, kaeya y Klee se van a ir hacia el oeste, ¿ok?
It just means we mustn't forget to do it. Don't worry. We can handle that.
Finally, we have our general,
Ah,
Miss
genial, nos vamos con
Sangonia,
Kokomi.
and our knight, the traveler. If there's no objections, please come with me to retrieve the first component.
Cuenta con mi espada.
Wow, spoken like a true knight.
Then, for my part, my strategic mind is at your service.
All right, well, if anyone finds anything, come back here and we'll regroup. Please take care while you're out on the road and look after each other, especially our little mage here.
No, kaeya primero se muere él antes que se muera Klee.
Take care of Kaeya.
Cuidaré muy bien de
Best
kaeya.
behavior.
¡Hala!
Okay, we'll leave it there for now. You two, please follow me.
¿Qué pasó
I
ahora?
remember seeing it just behind the central hub.
Ve a dónde se encuentra la primera pieza. Primero voy a desbloquear
how
esto.
come you didn't bring it back when you first saw it?
I'd have been more than happy to, if this one component was enough to fix the whole domain. But with 3 other components to find, oh, I suddenly felt overwhelmed by how much work needed doing.
Oh.
Paimon kinda gets that. Taking the first step is always the hardest part. Hey, so Paimon's been meaning to ask, what brought you here, Kokomi?
¿Verdad? ¿Cómo llegó hasta acá?
Oh, well, things have quieted down in Watatsumi Island for now. So I thought I'd take the chance to get out and see more of the world. You've traveled a pretty long way. Why Sumeru? I figured that I needed to venture further than usual to really broaden my horizons. Well, that's one reason anyway. I can explain in more detail another time.
O sea, solo quería emplear sus cosas. Ok. Ok, llegamos al fin. Tantas vueltas que he tenido que dar.
Now, I'm sure you're both wondering, but where's the component?
¿Por qué esa emoción?
There's nothing here. Oh,
Es más que el
where
espacio
could it
vacío, dirán
be?
ustedes.
Oh, it's that lamp thingy, right? Water Droplet showed us how that works already.
Yes, that's the one. There goes my big introduction. Showing people the ropes is supposed to be my job.
Eidolon. Ah, son eidolon hidromiméticos. Así se llaman esas gotas, ok.
But beyond that, that's where you come in. Your descriptions can explain everything in full, vivid detail. Paimon forgot how persuasive Kokomi can be when she really wants to. Sometimes having a genius strategist around really comes in handy.
Ajá. Acabo de darme cuenta de que la elocuencia puede servir para tranquilizar a la gente, incluso para conseguir que hagan cosas por ti.
Oh, well,
Ok.
if you put it that way.
No sé si eso sea un buen
Well, then,
consejo, de verdad.
Just pretend like you've never seen it before, and I'll tell you all about it. This is called the streaming projector. Everything here in the Veluriyam Mirage was made using this. All you need to do is place an item in the projector, and you can construct a corresponding item based on the shape of the original.
En inglés dijo
and
algo
your
como que este es un
imagination.
proyector de streaming.
At least, I
Ok,
think
desde
that's
acá
what
vamos
it
a hacer
used to
stream,
do.
ok.
With the domain in its
Fantástico,
current
vamos a hacer
state,
stream.
only its most basic functions are still operable.
Solo
Okay,
ilumina.
not quite that basic. At the moment, it's only able to show 2-dimensional objects.
Es
I
un
call
reflejo,
them
exacto, como lo dice.
preprints. Think of it like a sort of draft or blueprint or something.
So you're saying the component fell into the preprints?
Yes, exactly. I'll leave you to go in and physically retrieve it. Well, I'll be out here rooting for you by doing a motivational dance.
A ver, quiero verte.
No, sorry. I feel like I have 2 left feet when I try to dance.
Ajá, ya sabía ya.
Fine, cheer up. We'll handle everything from here.
Tengo miedo. Cada vez que Paimon tiene una idea me da miedo. Ok.
All you need to do is touch the streaming projector. Oh, don't worry.
Ok. Pero creo que hay que mover cajas, sí, hay que mover. Ok. Hay que mover esto. Ahí empezamos. Nos podemos subir por ahí. Y este aquí lo podemos empujar, ¿no? Sí, a ver. ¿Está buena la música?
Doesn't look like the component
Zanahorias.
is in here.
Acá, a ver. Zanahorias y rábanos, en serio. Zanahorias y najidas, ok.
Yes,
Ahí
that's
está,
the one.
engranaje antiguo.
Now you just need to bring it back out.
¿Así nomás es? Ok.
What is this thing anyway? Some kind of gear?
Sí. Eso es lo que es.
And why is it so small? It doesn't look like it belongs in that huge wheel.
It's hard to explain, but I assure you that it's definitely one of the components. So that leaves 3 more.
Se puede hacer más grande,
components
seguro. Así
missing.
como la botella también se puede hacer más grande y más
Every
pequeña.
journey begins with a first step. I think we're off to a good start, and things should keep going smoothly from here.
You really think so?
Claro que sí, confiemos en la gran estratega.
She did manage to defeat Class A at the Onmyo Chamber, after all.
You don't need to keep bringing that up.
Anyway, thank you for all your help. I'll take this and start trying to repair the central hub. You two may as well head back to town. Oh, why am I so clumsy? Once again, I was no help at all. The least I can do is try and handle the actual repairs.
Ojalá puedas, de verdad. Regresa al Edén Frasco Argento. Ok, ese nombre. Hay un teletransportador aquí arriba. Vamos a ver, ¿alguien más ha regresado? Solo nosotros, ok.
What's wrong, Kokomi?
I'm just a little confused. You mentioned that the water droplet showed you how to use the projector? Can you tell me a little bit more about that? I'm so curious to know what happened.
Simplemente apareció y hizo que lo siguiéramos, o sea.
Sure.
Le cuentan a Kokomi lo que ocurrió.
I see.
Oh, what the fuck.
Look! The wheel is spinning now!
Ahí está, lo arregló, mira, ve. No es tan inútil.
Oh. And now it's stopped again!
It also wasn't spinning at the right speed. Before the incident, it spun much faster than that.
Oh, so you saw it back when it was still working?
¿Cuánto tiempo tiene acá Kokomi?
I arrived here a little earlier than the rest of you. But the incident took place not long after I entered. Like Idia said, it felt like the world was flipped upside down. I don't know how else to describe it.
No,
A la
it's
miércoles.
no use. Seems it won't run until all the missing components are returned. For a moment there, when it started turning, I got excited. I thought that maybe the hub can work just fine without the other 3.
El buje, esa palabra buje no se usa, en serio.
Wishful thinking is only going to lead to disappointment, Idia. Let's stick to the plan.
Hey! Miss Honorary Knight and Miss General are here.
Creo que lo mejor será que espera a tener todas las piezas para arreglar todo en un solo
I
intento.
was sure we were gonna be the first ones back.
Hey, how'd it go?
Objetivo conseguido. La espada de una caballera nunca falla.
Impressive. I doubt you'd find many other knights of such caliber even among the knights of Favonius.
How about our master thief and mage? Did you find anything?
You bet! We made a huge discovery! The place we were trying to get to was blocked off. We couldn't see anything past it. But then, just now, a huge
Un cañón
canyon
enorme,
appeared out
ok.
of nowhere. So we hurried back here.
It appeared just now?
Come and see, Miss Honorary Knight.
Sospechoso,
Let's go
¿no?
on a canyon adventure.
La aventura del cañón, ok.
I'll sit this one out. I'm beat after trying to make those repairs.
Miss General, you should come too. You can hide behind me and give me smart advice while I protect you.
Wonderful.
No, ella también puede pelear, de hecho.
Advisor for our young mage. Let's go.
¿Qué? ¿Tan rápido? Con esas piernitas tan rápido corrió. No.
Here it is.
Ok, aquí es.
See? This canyon wasn't here before.
What?
Just before the canyon appeared, I heard a faint sound.
Ka-chuck, ka-chuck, ka-chuck.
Could it have been the central hub? That would mean
Ah, el cañón o sea, de como una cueva. Yo pensaba que era un cañón real.
New guys, huh?
Oh, hey! Paimon didn't realize anyone else besides Adia lived here.
You actually saw her? She's barely shown her face since everything started falling apart here.
Excuse me for asking, but who are you?
Oh, right. I didn't introduce myself.
Ferdinand.
I'm
Franz Ferdinand. Ok,
My brother's
genial,
the
me
captain of this
encanta.
whole zone.
Franz Ferdinand está aquí.
Well, we used to, until this whole domain was...
Tócate la de
upside
Cyberpunk.
down, or whatever. The method...
Adia is working on repairing the domain. We were just with her before coming here.
Really? Huh. I assumed that she'd be curled up in a fetal position somewhere. hoping
Espera,
all her
espera, también
problems
tiene
won't
cabello
have to
azul y
do
los
with
ojos
going
brillantes,
around.
igual que Idia,
Anyway, I
no
checked
sé
all the
cómo se llama.
stations around the whole circuit. They've all conked out.
Conked out? How? Would you mind elaborating a little for us?
But aren't you just travelers who stumbled upon this place by accident?
Nuh-uh. I'm Mage Klee, Adia's helper.
A mage?
Allow me to explain.
Le explican a Ferdinand. Okay. ¿Cómo odio estas pantallas?
Okay, I gotcha. Well,
No, Klee
right
se va a
now,
ir. Se va a ir
more
corriendo, ya
better,
sabía ya,
I
Klee.
guess. Anyway, our first priority is to get the carts here up and running again.
Oh? And why is that?
The roads here twist and turn so much that the best way to get around is by riding the rail tracks instead.
¡Oh! ¡Qué chévere! Un teleférico.
you.
¡Oh! ¡Qué
This is what we
bacán!
used to make them.
¡Qué chévere!
Did Adia bring you up to speed on these things?
¿El proyector refractor?
Yep. Basically, we need something that we can put inside that'll make a cart for us.
Like what? Can it be anything as long as it looks like a cart?
Yeah, you could put it that way. But one other thing is that it has to be compatible with the tracks.
So, something like a sedan chair, maybe?
Ah, como los carruajes, algo así. Se me ocurre algo sencillo. En forma como de caja rectangular, con asientos en ambos lados. Madera, una vagoneta de madera.
That would solve the issue of materials.
Claro, hay que ser realistas.
Wood's no good.
No un
A rickety
castillo.
wooden car would be
¿Qué
too
clase de
dangerous.
opción es esa? Klee está pensando en todo, mira. Klee está explorando todo,
Really? Hey everyone, come and see what Klee made.
Ta-da!
No me ves. En serio.
Wow! Amazing work, Klee!
Whoa! It fits the track like a glove, too. Plus, it's a heck of a lot cuter than the ones Adia made.
Hijo de puta.
I just wanted to give it a try. Then suddenly, boom! There it was! Paimon's gotta ask, what exactly did you make your cart from, Klee? I used Jumpy Dumpty.
Oh, no.
Is there a problem or something?
No, no es tan fácil. El Ferdinand acaba de usar un material explosivo.
This cart is made from,
No pasa
It's
nada.
a bomb or something, isn't it? Yeah, I gathered from your conversation
Ay,
that
no.
Jumpy Dumpty is a little more
Es el submarino,
volatile
hermano.
than the cute name suggests. It's okay, though, because the end product only takes on the general look of the source material.
Ay, no. Esto va a ser...
So to be more specific,
Va a estar
while
hecho
different
un
materials
desastre.
have
Si
different
explota, estoy
properties,
frito.
most of them aren't transferred to...
It's okay. No need to delve into the theoretical stuff. Paimon just wanted to make sure we aren't about to end up like the,
Como una perca del lago estelar.
Starfell Lake. Can we ride the cart now?
Es donde Klee detona sus bombas para pescar los peces
In a
que caen
moment.
después
We
de
need
la
a
explosión.
hydroidolin to power it up first.
A ver, va la gotita. No creo que no entramos todos ahí, de verdad.
Okay, she's ready to roll. Hop in.
y cómo las estaciones del chiti volador tienen dos estados, bloqueado y desbloqueado. Solo podrás invocar al chiri volador cuando estén desbloqueados. Las chiti estaciones podrán ser desbloqueadas por primera vez cuando pases por ellas con el chiti volador. Cuando este pase por una estación desbloqueada no se detendrá, sino que seguirá avanzando. Subirse. Ok. ¿Hace algo? Ah, ataca de derecha a izquierda. Genial. Derecha, izquierda, derecha, izquierda. Fantástico. Me gusta.
Whoa! This card is fast! Chugga 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 woo woo!
¿Se puede hacer algo?
I'm gonna call it the
No sé qué hice ahí. Mora. 15.000 de mora. Ok, me dio mora. Sigue avanzando por las vías. ¿Qué es esto?
The track is damaged up ahead. We need to make some repairs before we can go any further.
Voy a decirlo, este es un parque de diversiones y está en pésimo estado.
You know why that happened?
Acá el problema es la gerente del parque de diversiones. Es un trabajo paupérrimo. Denme unas par de semanas acá y yo lo arreglo, creo. Yo soy lo máximo. Ingeniero.
But the projector here is sealed off by a giant bubble.
That's the hydroidolin's way of protecting the device from damage.
La forma principal con la que se
If the streaming
protege.
projector broke, then we'd be seriously stuck.
Aha! So for step 1, we need water droplet to help.
Ahí está, gotita, glu glu.
Oh, it seems to really like that name.
Ajá.
Any volunteers for step 2?
Leave that to us. We know what to do.
Honestamente me da mucho miedo esto. A ver, antes de entrar hay que mirarlo, ok. Lo que no recuerdo es cuál era la entrada y la salida. Ya, esta caja hay que moverla. Ya. Nos podemos subir por ahí. Ya, listo.
It's completely empty.
¿Me dejará subir hasta más arriba? A ver, quiero ver. Si esta plataforma sube más. Sí sube.
So the hydroidolin was locked up in that chest.
Acá estaba. Pero a ver, quiero ver qué hay en esta caja. No me haré daño, ¿no? Ok.
Yay! We saved 2 water droplets now.
¿Por qué hay tantas de estas gotas? Ok.
Whoa.
¡A la miércoles! ¿Qué tal eficiencia? Ya quisiera tener muchos parques de diversiones esa cosa. Algo
Let's
así.
keep going then.
El chiti volador funciona con las energías de las... Ah, entonces mientras no hayan gotitas no puedo usarlo, ok. Mientras no hayan... Cambiar de dirección, o sea, puedo hacer que se vaya para allá, pero nosotros seguimos... Necesitamos seguir yendo para allá. Ah. Qué divertido. Este lugar es gigantesco.
Hey, Ferdinand! You mentioned that you managed this place together with your brothers. Did you mean that your brothers are water droplets?
No. The hydroidolins are like helpless here. As for my brothers, well... those two. You'll meet them soon enough.
Oh, ¿eso era un desafío? Es genial.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Esto es una locura. Oh.
Look! Klee can fly just like Paimon now.
¡Qué chévere!
More exciting than how Paimon usually flies.
Oh, mano, está increíble esta zona. Qué pena que es temporal, ¿eh?
Seems we've just about finished repairing the station and the connecting tracks. Let's go check the track switcher now. It's over there.
Oh, there's another spinny thing here. It's so big. But,
¿Qué cosa es eso? Parece una hoja
not
de...
as big as the one we saw in the middle of this place.
Parece una corona de adviento
Something
gigante.
super important. I remember what Kaeya said earlier. Very good, Klee. You're using what you saw earlier to make observations. Like,
It appears to be a system that rotates to switch tracks.
That's right. Originally, all you had to do was flip this switch and the junction would rotate. But it seems Jeremy still hasn't fixed it yet. He sure talks big, but when it comes to actually getting things done...
Is this Jeremy you mentioned one of your brothers?
Yeah. When I talked to him about repairing the tracks, I suggested we start with the station, but he said we should start at the junction. Really, it made no difference which one we started with, but he just had to turn it into a huge argument. Always treats me like I'm a fool and disagrees with anything I say.
Ay, ay, ay.
Let's see what he has to say now.
If you ask me, you're clearly a sharp person, Ferdinand.
Yes, finally someone who can recognize that, rather than just shrugging off my ideas. Come on, let's make our way to the junction and see what he's up to.
Ok. Más viaje, ¿no?
Sometimes I can't help but get angry just thinking of Jeremy. You should have seen him back in the sandstorm. I suggested we go east, and he argued that we should go west.
you were in a sandstorm? What happened after that?
We separated and each went our own way. Lucky for us, we stumbled across this domain. Otherwise, I'm sure we would have been buried in the sand.
Ok. Acá está Jeremy. Es igualito, men. Todos tienen el cabello azul.
Everything will get better once we get the switcher working again.
Still stuck here just as I expected. Well, did you make any progress?
Didn't I already tell you? Just have the hydroidolins fix the junction and then make a new cart. After that, we can use the junction. Wait a minute, how did you get here? It took a lot of effort for me to climb up.
The answer is standing right in front of you.
Yeah, sure. Those travelers must have helped you. You never get anything done on your own. You always get someone else's help and then try to take the credit for yourself.
You're one to talk. What have you managed to accomplish, huh? You were here just moping around all day.
Ok, ok, tranquilos, tranquilos. No tienen por qué ponerse así.
They started arguing the moment they saw each other.
Clásico de hermanos.
Me? His brother? Hardly.
All right, Jeremy. That's enough.
Fine. I'd rather be focusing my efforts on fixing the track switch rather than arguing anyway.
You should calm down too, Ferdinand. Let's all focus on the situation at hand. Any personal problems can be settled later.
Fine.
Ay, ay, ay. No, ¿por qué? Jamás pongan hermanos a trabajar en el mismo espacio de trabajo. Jamás. Jamás hagan eso.
I'm one of the people responsible for taking care of this area. I assume you're the ones who helped repair the tracks. Thank you very much.
No need to thank us. We're just trying to help Edea restore the domain.
Le explican a Gironi la situación. Gironi.
I see. Now that you and Ferdinand brought the cart up here, we'll need the hydroidolins to fix the area below.
Them again, huh? Seems the hydroidolins are really important around this place.
Yes, of course. Not only do they keep the junction turning, they operate practically everything else in the domain too.
Oh. O sea, estas gotas activan prácticamente todo aquí. Oh, cutscene. A ver, escena pre-renderizada. Con eso se activa. ¿Solo eso?
All right. Seems most of the tracks and junctions have been repaired now.
Yep. So maybe it's time you give credit where credit is due.
What? You think you deserve the credit? If anything, we should be thanking these travelers.
Well, either way, you're not the one getting any credit. You're always quick to criticize my ideas and push your own, but you never actually get anything done.
And what about you? Don't forget it was TODO and I who took care of the mess that one time you impulsively tried one of your brilliant ideas. Speaking of TODO, wasn't he with you?
Esa carita.
I left early this morning. I assumed he'd be with you.
Esa carita.
Seriously? Couldn't you have at least looked to see
Ok, estamos haciendo que
Klee
Klee se ponga triste. Estamos haciendo que Klee se ponga triste. Por favor,
Hey,
podemos parar
come
con
on.
esta tontera.
You didn't see him either, so what's your excuse?
Oh, rayo.
Klee?
¿Todo bien?
I don't get it. Nobody did anything bad. Why are they arguing?
I just don't like his smug attitude, that's all.
Who are you calling smug? If anything, you're the one who's making such a big fuss right now.
Alright, I think we've heard enough from you two. If you insist on bickering, then I'd suggest you go somewhere else. Otherwise, I'll just cool you two off myself. Now, come with me. I'd like to have a word with you.
Puta madre. Kaeya les va a sacar su mierda. A la mierda.
Don't be upset, Klee.
Tranquila, Klee, ven.
Pobrecita,
man, no me van a...
Explanation.
Pobrecita, man, no.
As a passing traveler here, it's not my place to comment on their disputes. But in my experience, family issues can be the toughest to resolve.
Seems you don't like dealing with this kind of thing either, Kokomi.
A nadie le gusta, yo tampoco me gustaría que estén peleándose así.
Not right.
La violencia no es la solución.
Explain my feelings.
Ay, Klee, no
I'm
llores.
sorry. We've calmed down. We shouldn't argue in front of a child like that.
We're sorry, Klee.
It's okay.
Back to the topic at hand. Weren't you about to go look for your brother TODO?
Ah, right.
O sea, todavía hay uno más,
somewhere
ok.
around the torrential twister. We would have to use the junction to send the cart to another area.
Sorry to trouble you again, but would you help us find him?
Si prometen que ya no se van a pelear.
All right.
¿Qué les habrá dicho Kaeya? Eso es lo que me interesa. Oh, coche tu madre.
Hey, come on, you two. You're brothers after all.
Oigan, par de cojudos. Tengo que usar esto supuestamente para cambiar la ruta. Ahorita está en la azul, ¿no? La flor
This is the end of this track segment.
aureolada. A ver. ¿Cómo? Ya, la flor que está abajo es la que determina la ruta. Ah, ya entendí ya. Ok, cambiamos de dirección. Y nos subimos.
Ah,
Ok,
I guess you had
Hado.
repaired the tracks and stations as soon as I saw a cart come zipping along.
Este men es el más viejo de todos, ya sea.
Now that the tracks, station, and carts are all repaired, we're about ready to reopen Torrential Twister.
You're in no condition to be out running around like this, TODO.
Otra vez van a discutir, ya.
But these are unusual circumstances.
That's true, but you should stop to think things through.
Exactly. If there's anything that needs to be done, you can just let Ferdinand and I take care of it.
You and Ferdinand? Together? It would be a miracle for you two to do anything together without fighting.
Hey, that's between Jeremy and me. No need to add fuel to the fire, okay?
Okay.
I'm not trying to make trouble. I'm just saying.
Hey, Ferdinand.
Oh, don't worry. We're not arguing, Klee. We're just, discussing
Sí,
some things.
claro, sí.
Are you and Jeremy worried about TODO?
Sí, de hecho. Sí, mírenlo, el pobre men está más
Why
agotado.
don't you just talk
Abrí
to
un
him
cofre hace un
about it?
segundo y todo quedó ahí desperdigado y todas las cosas dentro del cofre han quedado ahí tiradas.
He hasn't ever criticized me.
You're right. But our relationship is much better than these guys.
Well, our situation is a little different.
Really? How so?
We've been through this kind of thing before. If we didn't warn Hado, then he wouldn't take it seriously and something would eventually happen. As his brothers, we have to help him.
But it doesn't look like you're helping.
Okay.
Maybe Klee doesn't understand everything. But my mommy told me that you help someone to make them feel happy, not to make yourself happy. Hado sure doesn't look very happy. Why don't you ask him what he needs?
Dormir.
Klee's right, you know. You three need to open up and talk things through. You are brothers after all.
I've always cared a lot about you, Hado. Just like when we were back in the desert. You suddenly passed out and Jerene and I started arguing. Eventually all three of us ended up in this domain.
Pero qué cosa
I'm just
eran
worried
ellos,
that
es lo que quiero saber porque no
something
parecen
similar could happen
humanos.
again. If you were to pass out and with nobody around to help you.
I know, but this domain is nowhere near as dangerous as the desert. I was thinking that if I could handle these problems myself, then you two wouldn't have to argue about anything. If it weren't for my poor health and lack of energy all the time, then I wouldn't have always been such a burden on you two.
No need to feel guilty, Hado. This was our choice. The three of us love adventuring. No one is a burden on anyone. Isn't that why we came up with the idea for this area? I would do the thinking, Ferdinand would use his muscle.
Draw the blueprints and build tracks. It'll be a safe way to see all kinds of amazing scenery. Yes, that was the plan.
Ahí está, ya ven que se pueden llevar bien.
Hey, what are you trying to say? You make it sound like I've only been trying to talk myself up.
The choo-choo cart is great,
Choo-choo cart.
Ferdinand.
Really?
You know, Klee, having the car zip along the tracks was my idea.
A la mierda.
Yeah, what an amazing idea. You're so smart.
Hey, Klee, do you want to ride even more fun carts?
A ver,
Looks like all three of them are trying to win Klee's approval now.
Klee parece feliz, ¿sí?
Klee hasn't realized it yet, but her innocent, childlike nature is very powerful. It can inspire and even help
Y pensar que
heal
Klee
others.
podría tener más de 400 años.
Hey,
Porque es una
everyone,
elfa.
Please come with me. We need to get the hydroidolin in the cart to
Sin
help
embargo,
us.
no crece mentalmente. Ok, voy a recoger esto. Que el vagoncito nos llevó hasta una planta gigante, una flor gigante. Vaya. ¿Qué? ¿Qué hizo eso? ¿Hizo que aumentara el flujo del agua? ¿Qué cosa? No entiendo. No entender. No entender. Megafonía, unos aparatos. ¿Qué? ¿What? Ay, ¿qué? Volver al andén, ok.
Good. Torrential Twister is ready to run now. Let's go to the station at the start of the track.
Hado and I have double-checked everything. It's all operating safely. You can go for a ride now.
Hold on a sec. Before we say goodbye, I have
A
something
ver,
I'd like to
¿qué
give you
cosa?
all.
¿Por qué de la nada todos se ven tan
It's
brillantes?
a rock climbing rope. We
Una
used it
cuerda
on our
escalada.
adventures to climb mountains and traverse many places.
Ok, ¿me servirá de algo? Vamos a ver.
But doesn't it mean a lot to you? Are you sure you want to give it to us?
Yes, of course. Please take it. Thanks to Klee and everyone else's help, we realized that there's a special bond that keeps us together. Even though it's invisible, it's even more important than rope. We can always hold on to it through tough situations.
Huh? I helped?
Yes, Klee.
Bastante.
You are a big help.
Even bigger than that huge thing in the middle of this place?
Yes, much bigger.
Wow, that's huge! I'm so happy.
By the way, Have you ever seen anything like the choo-choo car?
Ah, Klee me hace recordar lo mucho que me gustaría tener una hermanita pequeña. Sería muy divertido. Y ay del que se atreviera a hacerle algo. Uf, conocer a la ira de Lobito.
I guess I'm not surprised. Be sure to come back and ride the choo-choo carts again while you still have the chance.
Yep, I will.
Ok, conduce el chiti volador.
This is even higher than I expected.
A la miércoles, man.
Are you okay, Kokomi? If you're scared, just yell and let it out. We won't tell anyone. What happens in the bottle domain stays in the bottle domain. Looks like Klee's having the most fun.
Mano, esto es literalmente Chuchu Charles. Esto es Chuchu Charles.
Easy money.
That's so much fun. Klee can fly across the sky like
Kokomi está
a
mareada.
mage now. Guess that sort of makes sense. Wait, but if being able to fly makes you a mage, what does that make Kaeya, since he's here too? Nothing. Kaeya's just the master thief. Don't you remember, Paimon? Oh, right. Guess it slipped Paimon's mind.
Sorry to bother our young mage, but there's something a master thief would like to report. Do you still remember our mission?
Uh-oh. I was having so much fun that I almost forgot.
We're supposed to be helping Edea look for the missing components. But don't worry, I've already got one.
You mean you snatched it when we weren't looking?
I didn't have to go that far. In fact, the component we were searching for was actually that orange rope.
Espera, era la cuerda entonces. Algo me decía porque estaba bien detallada la cuerda.
Oh, do we really have to go?
Oh.
Okay. Even though I want to keep playing, I know Edea is really important. And that's our wise mage. Don't worry. Tonight, he'll be able to see stars in the water and watch fish dance in the sky.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué pasó con Kokomi?
Seems Kokomi's out of it after that ride. Her face is completely blank and her lip was trembling while she was speaking.
Sus ojos han cambiado.
My composure pretty well. Don't worry, my mind is always spinning. I'm used to this. We should head back to Edea. How about we hold hands, Miss General? Klee will give you energy.
A ver. Esa cara.
After holding Klee's hand, the stars in the sky and the fish in the water have all disappeared. I must have been seeing things from riding the cart.
Oh, son efectos secundarios de la magia que hay en este sitio.
What are you smiling about, Kokomi? Nothing.
Ok. ¿Dónde estaba el Edén? Ah, ya.
Welcome back.
Ok.
Well, any good news? Oh, don't tell me. You've taken care of all the problems and now I don't have to do anything?
Sí, ya nos hemos encargado de todo.
We even rode the choo-choo cart. Do you want to come ride too? But maybe maybe you'll have to wait till tomorrow. I'm a little tired now.
Seems she had a little too much fun and now she's about to crash. I think it's time for a rest.
A dormir, a mimir,
I
Klee.
think we could all use some downtime. Thanks for giving me some energy, Klee.
Then we'll see you later.
A mimir. Hasta luego, Klee.
Bye, Miss Honorary Knight. Bye, everyone.
Well, it sounds like our young mage enjoyed herself. So, back to the missing component. Did you bring it?
Sí, aquí está.
Kaeya said that the missing component was this orange climbing rope.
It just occurred to me that you probably ran into the three brothers while you were in the canyon. If I remember correctly, the
¿Por
two
qué,
eldest
por qué
brothers
pienso que
were
todo
taking
esto
their
es
sickly
una
younger brother on
especie de
adventure.
referencia a algún
When
libro
they
de
ran into a
aventura? No lo sé.
sandstorm, they were all arguing with one
Algo
another
me
when
dice
they
que sí.
first arrived. But it wasn't long before they broke down and were huddled together in tears. They sure must have a lot of energy to keep up their bickering and adventuring every day.
You almost sound as if you're reminiscing about old friends, Edea.
Yes, I've known them for quite some time after all. But I seldom go to that area. You can hold on to the rope for now, Traveler. I have no use for it until we have the other components. By the way, Eula and Collei have also returned, but I'm afraid they weren't able to make much headway. They mentioned that they would like to head to the jungle north of here, once you have all rested up. Now that I've told you everything, I'll go rest. I'll go and check on the situation.
Sí, sí, anda a descansar nomás. Ya te... Tranquila,
Do you need me
tranquila.
to accompany you?
No, it's all right. You've already accomplished a lot.
Algo estás
today.
ocultando.
You
Algo
should
estás
rest
ocultando,
up.
Idea. Parte 1, espera, ¿qué? What? Ok, aquí vamos con la segunda parte, entonces con la segunda parte, entonces lo que hice al comienzo era un prólogo. Ok.
Hey, Collei and Eula. Oh, Edea is here too.
Ok, todos están aquí.
It's the Traveler and Paimon. How are you? Did you rest well?
Ni rastro de cansancio.
This is a comfortable place to rest. I guess that's one thing here that's better than the desert.
Saying things like that isn't going to help, Edea.
But it's the truth. The desert is full of terrible memories for me.
That's a weird way to put it. Actually, if you hadn't mentioned it, Paimon would have already forgotten that this domain is in the desert.
Exacto, imagínense que alguien pasa y rompe la botella. Nos matan a
The air
todos.
here isn't at all like the desert. It's very humid. Almost as if we're in the rainforest.
Everyone looks well rested. If you're ready, we can start making our way to the jungle north of here.
Good luck, everyone. I'll be rooting for you.
Hold on. I said we, didn't I? No need to say goodbye, because you're coming too.
Huh? But wait, I'm just the mascot.
You can't back out this time, Edea. The manager of the fairgrounds is waiting to see you. She said Edea is the only person who could help.
Yes, Collei and I discovered a fairgrounds in the forest.
Un
The person
festival
in charge of it seems to be a Spotamod scholar.
erudita de la escuela de elementalisto.
What'd she do?
Oh, I wish there were ley lines here that I could ever study.
Esperen un segundo. Ok, a ver, tenemos que ver esto. Ok, otra chica con el cabello celeste. Ok, esto ya me estás preocupando ya. Y con los ojos también igual.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Maimuna. We've brought Edea with us.
Maimuna, ok.
Thank you, Collei. It's been quite some time since I've seen you, Edea.
Pero a ella no le
To be
brillan los
honest, I
ojos,
didn't
eso es
think you'd
interesante.
actually show up. If anything, I thought you'd be curled up somewhere crying alone.
Hey, you shouldn't be saying things like that.
Doesn't seem to be the first time Paimon's heard someone say that about Edea, though.
You want to see me cry? Fine. I'll stop crying right here.
No, please don't.
All right, I shouldn't have said that. Now, who are these two?
Soy lo bien.
And Paimon is Paimon.
They're reliable helpers. Lucky for you that I found them. You'd better be more careful about how you speak to them, okay?
Of course. Good to meet you. You may call me Maimuna. For the sake of time, we should forego the usual pleasantries.
No es la voz de Yelan, me parece. La misma voz, Laura Post.
Wow.
Tú pareces un circo.
That huge tent.
Amazing, isn't it? I helped make it. What fun would a fairground be without a tent, right?
Really? Paimon knew you couldn't be so pathetic.
Algo me dice que es mentira.
Modest all the time to hide your actual abilities. Huh?
What is it, Collei?
¿Qué pasó?
Sorry. I'm not sure if I should tell you. I'm afraid it might dampen the mood.
It's not important. Please, just speak your mind.
Well, there are lots of vendor booths set up here, but there's no one running them. In fact, there's no one at this fair at all. It looks pretty deserted.
Cierto.
The truth is, this used to be an exciting and bustling place. But just a few days ago, something happened, and it seemed like...
Like, the world was suddenly flipped upside down?
Yes, exactly. Something fell from the central hub into the tent and knocked down the crystal light that was hanging at the top.
Oh, the crystal light.
La tulipa brilli
I
brilli.
remember
Okay.
certain someone said that we should have
¿Por qué el
beautiful lights
subtítulo
to
dice algo
celebrate at a
diferente?
fair, and made us that crystal light. But once the light fell, the tent became a complete mess and the hydro-eidolons were trapped inside.
Oh, no.
Just when I was at my wit's end, a man from the Lawrence clan came and offered his assistance.
El primo de Eula.
Wait, he offered to help you?
Yes, and he refused to listen to any of my warnings. He just walked straight into the tent and then...
Yes? And then...
Yeah, don't leave us hanging here! What happened?
And that's it. He became trapped inside along with the hydro-eidolons.
Otra víctima más.
We have to do something! We can't just leave him there, Maimuna!
I know, but the situation inside might be more difficult than you think. You should mentally prepare yourselves.
Just talking about it is a waste of time. Since we're already here, let's go and scout out the situation ourselves.
All right, this way, please.
Tengo miedo. Tengo miedo de lo que va a ocurrir ahora.
There used to be a large stage inside, but after everything got shaken up, it seems
Okay.
the very nature
¿Qué
of
es
the
eso?
entire place
¿Qué
was
es
altered.
eso?
The lamps and crystal light that were hanging above have all fallen down, which makes repairs near impossible.
Wait, so you mean it's difficult to move around in there?
Yes, mainly because of the lights. Do any of you have experience being on stage?
I can't stand that feeling. Having everyone's attention focused solely on me would just make me feel terrible.
Me too! I'm no good at speaking in front of people.
Ya lo sabemos, Idia, ya lo sabemos eso.
Sounds like you have some things you haven't been able to let go of yet.
Please don't laugh. I'm trying my best to change that, but there are still some things I can't
Eula, es que
overcome.
tú no eres Amber.
Like when there's a lot of people around, or...
No, there's nothing funny about that. And you know what? It's not a bad thing to care when other people are looking. That's my opinion anyway. Think about it. Only people who have high standards for themselves would worry about failing to meet others' expectations. You
Exacto,
have many
qué
good
claro.
qualities, Collei. I bet if you had to learn dance since childhood like myself, then you'd be an even better dancer than me.
No way!
I can relate. I know exactly how she feels.
Maybe we should find a time for you to learn with me. And one day you will become an outstanding dancer too.
Wow.
Pero se va a poner a bailar.
Eula
¿no?
is so passionate about this that she's practically glowing
Claro.
now. Really? You do that? You
La
wouldn't
música.
think I look stupid and secretly
Payasito,
laugh at me,
como que
would you?
cuando pensé que de ella iba a ser
You
útil.
really think I'm that kind of person? Fine. Vengeance will be mine.
Lo dijo, genial, lo dijo.
Oh, no! Of course not. Alright, please teach me.
Seems there's no need for me to warn you again. Anyway,
Amber
you
se va a
just
poner
need to
celosa,
open
eh.
the curtain and you'll be able to see the stage.
Let's go. Desbloquea y eleva la tulipa. Oh, ¿qué es esto?
What's the thing in the middle there?
That's my crystal light! It's been locked up.
Well, let's figure out a way to fix this.
La verdad,
Looks
ni
like we
cuenta
need
me he
to
dado
raise the platform
que
underneath
soy
the
collei.
crystal
Ok.
light.
Collei
If I
y
remember
eula. Ok.
correctly, the stage controls should be somewhere around here.
Acá está. A ver, ¿qué tengo que hacer? No tienes lentes. Ahí está. Has movido los focos. Y el anillo aprisionador, a ver. ¿Y eso
It
qué
seems
hizo?
we have to use the colorful lens to make the light change colors.
Recoge las cosas esas para usar. Ok. Ahora que regreso. ¡Ay! ¿Este es la?
Shudder!
Au.
Crush! Yeah. Beg for mercy. Crush!
Ahora que colocar.
That's one way of shining new light on the problem.
Hey, Maimuna? Do you happen to know someone named Sino?
Never heard that name before. Why do you ask?
Oh, never mind then. I was just thinking you two would have a lot in common.
Back to the situation at hand. We should probably head into the passageway that opened now.
Hello? Is anyone here? If you can hear me, please help!
Ahí está.
Lessig Lawrence?
Lessig.
Who are you? Who has the audacity to utter my full name?
You sure don't look like you're in any condition to be talking like that.
Yep. He's a member of the Lawrence clan, all right. Even though he's hanging on by a thread, he still insists on clinging to meaningless etiquette.
Esos son los nazis de Mozart.
What are you doing here? Huh. Have you come here to mock me, Eula?
If you would just think for a moment, it should be pretty obvious why we are here. Yet, now you're intentionally trying to provoke me? Of course, you don't have to accept my help. After all, aristocrats are naturally superior and need no help from others.
Yes,
Oh.
thanks for the reminder. I don't need help from the likes of you.
Ok, él lo dijo. Ok,
He
él lo
really
dijo.
means it, Eula.
Él lo dijo. Él dijo que no
His
necesita
tone
ayuda.
was harsh, but he keeps glancing at you from the corner of his eyes. It's my opinion as the healer that he needs help.
Ok, te metiste en el papel.
Okay. He's been trapped for so long that it seems he's forgotten how to hold a decent conversation. How ridiculous. Let's go. We'll leave the stage to this person who'd rather save face than save his own life.
Hey, no, wait! Halt! You cannot just leave me here. We're both of the Lawrence bloodline after all. Helping me when necessary certainly won't tarnish your prestige. If anything, my embarrassing predicament will be overshadowed by your virtuous deed. We must uphold the prestige and dignity of the family.
Mucho
This is
texto,
the best
hermano.
reason you could come up with? You think tacking on the word family will be enough to talk me into helping you?
Secreto reto.
You should be ashamed for your careless actions. It's because of you that we all had to come here.
Seems everyone in the Lawrence clan is this way. They'll do anything to save face.
All right. Looks like it's time for the mascot to step in. Here you go. One for Eula and one for Lessig.
¿Qué cosa les dio?
What is this? Candy?
Thanks.
Oh, the smell. It's just like the aroma I smelled coming from the lens.
Yes, that's right. Enjoying something sweet always lightens the mood.
Oh, thank you, Miss Mascot. I certainly do feel much better now.
De la nada se puso de pie. ¿Eh?
So he's willing to thank someone else, but not me.
Esa cara de
Eula
Eula.
has been worrying about you the past few days and asked me several times regarding how to find you. But now that you two have been reunited, I won't have to keep answering her questions anymore. Oh, I'm so happy.
Let me
Okay.
clarify one thing. I don't care what happens to him. If you're going to keep saying nonsense like this, then...
Eula will never admit that she actually cares about him. Yeah, you're probably right.
If you're going to keep saying nonsense like this, then at least give me another piece of candy.
Tremenda tsundere.
Oh, sure. I still have more.
Sorry, I admit my mistake. I know I've caused heaps of trouble for all of you.
Why couldn't you have just said that earlier?
I'm back. Oh? Have you already finished catching up? Why are you all looking at me?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind us.
All right, then let's clean things up here and keep working our way toward getting the crystal light fixed. There's no need to push yourself in your condition, Lessig.
I'll take him and find some place for him to rest. I happen to be a little
Pero si no has hecho
myself.
nada.
All right. I'll leave my cousin to you then. You'd better rest up and regain your strength before we settle things, Lessig.
Eula se va a vengar de él. Ok, seguimos siendo collei y eula.
Now, let's see if there's any way to keep raising the platform higher. We probably will need to find a mechanism that's like a lamp.
Colocar lente. No, no hay lente. Entonces esto hay que girarlo primero. Abriste un cerrojo, te falta uno, dice, a ver.
Strange. Is that really the Lessig that
¿Qué hay
I know?
acá? Acá no hay
You
nada.
shouldn't always judge people based on the way you knew them before. People change, and people can always make different choices.
Recoger lente.
The colored pieces of the bullet have melted.
Yes, the lens is made of materials that are easily melted by light.
Is it me or do I smell something sweet here?
Eso era todo lo que tenía que hacer. Y ahora, ¿cómo subo?
Oh, look!
Oh, ok.
There's a water droplet over there!
A hydroidolin. It must have been trapped in the curtain. But at least it seems to be okay.
Ok, nos está saludando. Otro mecanismo 2D, ok. Pero este se ve diferente. No hay... Ok, me metí dentro de la cabeza de collei y estaba vacía. Ok. A ver. Saltar acá. F. What? Cofre, ok. ¿Y este de aquí a dónde nos lleva? A ningún lado, ok. Esta es la salida, creo. ¿Eso era todo? ¿No había nada más? Ok. ¡Ay! ¿Dónde estoy? Me perdí, no sé, no tengo claro qué es lo que tengo que hacer. Ok, tenía que salir con el cristal. Yo me estaba yendo así sin nada. Ahora sí, colocar cristal. Y ahora sí. Ay.
Wow. Paimon thought it looked big from the outside. This place is massive!
It is a magical tent, after all. The inside is much larger than it appears from the outside. Haven't you heard stories with this sort of thing before?
Oh, another path has appeared! This should be the last level.
Yes, don't worry. We're almost to the top of the tent. The last thing
Ok,
we need
vamos
to
a
do
llegar
is raise
entonces.
the crystal light to the
El
very
tulipa
top of the
brilli,
tent.
brilli, brilli, brilli.
After the stage collapsed, I realized that having it raised only halfway makes it look a lot like the stage at the Grand Bazaar. Have any of you visited the Grand Bazaar before?
No, I haven't.
I have. I've gone there a few times with Master Tainari. The place is bustling with all kinds of vendors. And if you're lucky, you can see Nilu perform her dance.
Ah, Nilu.
Oh, a dance from Sumeru? I'd like to see that myself. If only it were on the way back, then we could stop there.
It doesn't matter if it's on the way or not. I would be happy to take you whenever you have time, Eula.
Great. I'll take you up on
Amber
that
se
offer.
estará arrancando los cabellos en este momento.
Now that Paimon thinks about it, we've already been there more times than Paimon can remember.
Really? My father used to help with festivities at the Grand Bazaar and would always give me candy during the events. I was just a kid and didn't understand anything. I was happy as long as he gave me some candy. To me, I always thought my father was amazing and wanted to be just like him when I grew up.
But aren't you a scholar in the academia, Maimuna? As far as I know, scholars seldom could spend time doing anything but research. I doubt
Ah,
you could
verdad,
have
recién me di
time
cuenta que
to
tiene la
assist your
ropa
father in preparing
de los
festivities.
eruditos.
Yeah, seems you read me like a book. When I had the choice between becoming who I
Los
wanted
otros,
to
los
be
tres
and who
hermanos
my
tenían la
parents
ropa de
wanted me
los
to be,
aventureros.
I ended up choosing the latter. But I was never happy about it.
Huh. That's almost the exact opposite of Eula's situation.
You must have already realized that. Why else would you set up all the booths here and make this place like a fairgrounds?
Yes, but I'm still not as happy as I imagined I would be. I realized that attending a fair and running a fair are two completely different things. The main reason my childhood was so fun and carefree is because my family worked hard. But my father knew how difficult and tiring running a fair could be, so he wanted to push me towards academics. But in the end, I didn't do well in either. I gave up on myself and resorted to investigating ley lines in the desert. Some things happened, and then I accidentally ended up here. I finally had a chance to make my wish of running a fair come true. But after seeing everything come crashing down, I feel like I've lost the strength to go on.
It's not as bad as you make it out to be, Maimuna. No need to feel so down. You have the courage
Claro.
to change, and you've been actively guiding us on this journey. Someone who's given up on themselves could never do these things. Oh, Collei.
I understand my situation better than anyone. You don't need to try to comfort me.
It's not that I'm trying to comfort you. It's just that people sometimes don't realize that their actions speak louder than words.
Exacto.
Believe me, this is something that I learned from my time together with Eula.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
Nothing.
Oh.
Now, let's get that crystal
Otra
light
vez Amber
fixed.
se estará arrancando el cabello en este momento.
All right.
Ok. Eleva la tuliplaplo. ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Todavía necesito un cristal. ¿El cual está aquí? ¿Puedo tener más de uno? No, solo puedo tener uno. Abrí un cerrojo, me faltan dos. Falta uno más. A ver, ¿qué tengo que hacer aquí? Au. Esto parecen juegos de plataforma, hermano. Recoger lente iridiscente. Y lo colocamos. Y giramos.
Good. That should do it.
Ya está. A ver, ¿qué hay adentro? ¡Oh! ¡Qué chévere! Ahora salimos de ese dominio, ¿no? Porque eso, todo eso sí es un dominio, prácticamente. Ahora sí, pues todo se ve más animado. ¡Qué bonito! Claro, hoy día, ya estamos.
Oh, I was starting to wonder what was taking you so long. But don't worry, Lessig is recovering well. I'm pretty good at taking care of people. Seems I've found another good thing about myself.
I don't know if I should be worried for him or happy for her.
The shadow. It's massive. Wait. Shadow
¿Qué
just
pasa?
now. It's...
Seems he still might need a little more time to recover. Tell me, did everything go well for you all?
Of course. With a team like the Traveler, Paimon, Klee, and Eula, they're at least 40 times more reliable than you ever were.
Only 40 times more reliable? That means I'm still pretty good then.
I guess it's impossible to feel like you've lost once you've already given up.
Huh? What has happened? How did I get outside of the tent?
¿Qué? Espera, ¿qué te pasa, hermano?
That's right. I remember meeting Eula, and then...
Oh, you're awake now. Don't worry, that's just a side effect of your treatment, Lessig.
I'm afraid
¿Qué le
I
diste?
still feel a little disoriented.
Ese caramelo es un caramelo medio raro, ¿eh? ¿Qué le dio?
Lessig Lawrence.
Oh, it's you, Eula. All right, I'll do it. I'll come back to Mondstadt with you and abandon my wild efforts to restore the Lawrence clan.
Interesting. Now you want to talk. Seems like you've had a change of heart. In that case, maybe you'll be able to explain everything in detail for us now.
I admit it, yes. I came here in hopes of finding a way to restore the Lawrence clan to its former glory. But it was a long journey, and I didn't always know the way. I passed through Liyue and Sumeru. There was even a time when I lost my wallet and had to live in the wild. But the peculiar thing is, I realized that nobody knew me out there. And not a single person even cared about the Lawrence clan.
Obvio, son
You and
literalmente
I are like glass
pusieron de
pots
cabeza a
that were
todo
raised
monstruo.
in shackles. We were taught to act like nobles, but outside the walls of our home, the people of Mondstadt despised us. Such pompous, hateful, and stubborn teaching. It all culminated to making us cling to the old aristocratic dogma in an attempt to maintain our pride. It's like a never-ending game of tug-of-war, but it is meaningless. You understand.
Pobre Eula también ha sufrido por culpa de todo eso también.
Paimon sorta understands what Lessig is saying.
Everything he said is true. Your family is probably unaware that you've already changed how you see things.
Yes, this has all happened recently. After coming to this domain, I realized the Mondstadt that I want is one where not everyone fears me. All that I and many other members of the Lawrence clan long for is a place where we can live peacefully without...
Lessig, both you and I never had anything to do with the glory of the Lawrence clan. That is all in the past. We're just ordinary people.
Exacto. ¿Y para qué tanta esa obsesión de restaurar el clan Lawrence?
I originally planned on returning to Mondstadt after taking care of things here. I never thought you would come here.
See, people can always make different choices. And it seems that Lessig has also chosen to become someone he truly wants to be.
Yes, about that. I'm afraid I haven't quite found my own purpose in life yet.
That's all right. Being able to clearly choose between becoming who you want to be and who your parents wanted you to be is already a step in the right direction.
Exacto.
How to find true happiness is probably one of the most difficult research topics of all.
I have a suggestion for you, Lessig. Why don't you return to Mondstadt and tell your parents what you just told us?
They'll probably try to tear me limb from limb.
Saca la chancla ahí.
But
This is something that I've been thinking about, too. Perhaps the two of us can sit down with the rest of the clan and discuss it with them. The Lawrence clan is just like this stage. It was once home to glorious performances, but those days are now long gone. And it is time for the stage to be updated.
Exacto.
So solid and tough, but also clear and open, like an ice cube. Is that why she's able to dance anytime and anywhere she wishes?
Are you all done talking now?
Collei sacando conclusiones, se me da risa eso.
Yes, I think so. By the way, that is for you. Please take it. I found it on Lessig earlier.
Ahí estaba la última pieza, la encontramos.
Oh, it's one of the missing components. Wait, so you had it all this time?
Well, you didn't ask. All right, I admit it. I forgot about it.
Okay, we'll let the traveler hold on to it for now.
Wait, this looks like... It
¿Qué
looks
cosa?
pretty familiar. Have I seen one of these before?
Es una caja de caramelos.
Right. I also bought a similar box at the last festival.
Yes, people often use this kind of box for candy at festivals. This was one of the materials originally used to create the tent. But now that the tent has been repaired, we no longer need it. Eating the candy from the box as an adult will never be as delicious as it was when you were a kid. But if you really think about it, there are way more things you can eat as an adult.
Ah, so when it comes down to it, eating candy is sort of like life. It's just another choice.
Exacto.
So, as of now, we've already collected 3 of the missing components. Only 1 more to go. I'm sorry that repairing the tent took so much of everyone's time. You should all head back and have a rest. Ow.
Ok, vamos a regresar entonces.
Hey, Kokomi!
Ay, Kokomi está aquí.
Oh, you're back. I trust your adventures to the forest went smoothly?
Yep, you could say that. How about you? Up to anything today?
Well, I suppose it's time I told you that as the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, I shouldn't actually
Ya lo
be here
suponía,
now.
era obvio.
The truth is that a relic known as the Shinro casket was lost from Watatsumi Island long ago. But recently, an orb matching the relic's description suddenly began emitting light, almost as if it was guiding people to it.
Entonces viniste en busca de
I wasn't
algo.
lying when I said that. Goro has often told me that sitting at home reading light novels is not the best of practices, and that I should try to get out more.
En pocas palabras te dijo que salgas y toques césped,
As I
básicamente.
made my way from Watatsumi Island to Sumeru, I enjoyed a variety of breathtaking sights. It really is a beautiful nation. I even stayed in the rainforest for several days. I was surprised to find that the relic had ended up in the desert. I knew it was somewhere here, but I still couldn't pinpoint the exact location. Though I feel that Idia was not intentionally trying to hide anything from us, this domain does have plenty of secrets. I'm sure you've sensed that too.
Sí.
Now that you mention it,
Oh, ok. Le cuenta a Kokomi todo lo que ocurrió en el hospital, en el festival, en el hospital.
See, when you found Lessig, did you also happen to find any clues related to this domain?
Parece que no.
I'm afraid that he was caught up in his thoughts and didn't pay attention to his surroundings. Actually, before the world was flipped upside down, this domain didn't look anything like this.
hey everyone! Oh, I hope we're not interrupting your conversation.
No, para nada, tranquila.
It's alright. You two did a lot today. Care to join me for a cup of tea?
Sure, that would be perfect. Eula and I just made some snacks.
Turns out Idia has a cooking stove and oven. Seriously, Why didn't she mention it earlier?
Y es un desastre. Es un desastre.
No. I made something called storm crust pie. You should try one, traveler.
And I made some pita pockets. You could try some, Kokomi. It should taste great with tea. Sorry. I should call you General.
Oh, I would be happy to try some.
By the way, Eula, how's your cousin doing now?
Oh, him. You would never guess, but he's busy over by the oven now.
Ok, no voy a hacer un chiste. No voy a hacer ningún chiste. Partida terminada. Solo falta una parte nada más. Ah, what? Ah, ya, son los desafíos que vienen con el evento, como siempre. Wow, cuántos colores. Pero ahorita tenemos que terminar la historia. Esto lo dejaremos para después. Bien, ahora solo nos falta la última parte. He estado explorando un poco la isla y pues he encontrado muchas cosas, he desbloqueado varias cosas. Ahora vamos a ver qué nos espera ya en esta última parte. El primo de Eula está aquí.
You do that? Oh, but that's too much.
No, really, it's all right. We want to do everything we can for the domain.
Yes, and to be completely fair, I'm the one who caused this terrible mess in the first place.
Oh? What happened? Did Paimon miss something?
Hello,
Sí,
you two.
todo.
Lessig was just telling us what happened.
Perhaps you should allow me to explain. I'm afraid it was I who caused all this trouble in the domain.
Yes, it was Lessig.
To be precise, I saw a most exquisite water orb at the entrance of the domain. It reminded me of an astrolabe my grandfather gave me when I was 7 years old. I was curious if it could rotate, so I reached out and touched it. Little did I know that it was the core of this entire domain. What I mean to say is, I knew something was wrong as soon as the whole place started flipping.
It's not just your fault. I failed in my responsibilities as the caretaker here. Oh, I knew I should have put the core somewhere more secure.
Oh, you mean the big ball of water at the entrance?
Ah, ya, la esfera de agua esa que nos hacía teletransportarnos, creo,
Giving it some
a
thought,
esa
Lessig has offered
figura
to perform
2D.
some more repairs and maintenance to help support the domain. But we were concerned he wouldn't be able to handle it all alone, so Eula and I will also stay here to lend him a hand.
But don't be mistaken. I'm not doing this out of the kindness of my heart like collei. My job is purely to monitor and ensure that Lessig doesn't cause any more trouble here.
Teniendo que hacer control de daños por lo que hizo el otro men.
I don't think anyone's buying that anymore, Eula. Though I do remember that Amber mentioned we should just nod and agree when you act like
Uy,
this.
Collei se puso creepy, ¿eh? Collei se puso creepy, de verdad. Uy, no. Venganza. Esa cara de Collei.
Right. You better not slack off today, Lessig.
No, I'll get right to work.
Either way, Lessig is going to be in charge of making lunch for everyone today.
Más vale que sea un almuerzo delicioso.
Yes, I'll try, but I'm not sure if my skills will prove satisfactory.
What was that?
No, I mean, thanks everyone for giving me a chance to redeem myself. I can already feel new strength kindled inside me. Ha ha ha.
Very good. But you should conserve your strength. Many parts of the domain are still in disrepair, so we have a lot to investigate.
En serio, todo este parque de diversiones está con una gestión terrible, de verdad.
Now that you three are situated, we can focus on what the rest of us will be doing today. I'll go gather the others. We should get ready to leave as soon as possible.
And there she goes. At least she seems to be happy. Maybe this is how it feels to be in charge.
Ok, tras una breve espera juntos con Collei, kaeya y sangonomía. ¿Qué? Ok, aquí vamos, tercera parte. Empieza.
Where are we going now?
No tengo ni idea, honestamente, por dónde vamos.
My working theory is that the director listed on the sign hasn't.
No details slips by our general.
What's a director?
A director is a kind of job. The one we're looking for is named Zosimos.
Zosimo, okay.
Zosimos is responsible for managing everything that happens on the stage, similar to how Idea is responsible for managing the whole realm.
Wow! Sounds like Miss Idea must be way busier.
Definitivamente. Es la gerente de este parque, o sea.
Care to comment on that at all, Idea?
Maybe someone else can explain.
No agarré la... Ok,
I'm
no.
just enjoying taking it
No
easy,
logré.
as usual. The director doesn't get out much. He's almost always cooped up in his treehouse making props or writing
Hay un
scripts.
director de todo este sitio, ok.
But I'm trying to remember.
Huh? You don't remember?
Hey, don't forget! I'm just the mascot.
No, esa no es excusa.
I believe it's that way. Though he might prefer to be alone, given he often has to move stage props, I suspect that he lives near the theater. And having a view of the entire stage would be useful when imagining a production's actual stage flow.
Ok, no entiendo nada de lo que está pasando ahorita.
I'd probably pick a treehouse over there.
But how do you know which direction the theater is in?
Simple. The overall layout and decorations look more exciting in that direction.
Oh, good point! Why didn't I think of that?
¿Podemos usar? Sí, podemos usar el...
Where did that blasted automation mechanism go? The male actor standees are here, but where are the female ones? Who's that? Idea?
Yes, Zosimos! 'Tis I, Idea!
This is a surprise. I was sure you'd
¿Por qué
be...
tanto entusiasmo?
Curled up in a fetal position, crying to yourself?
Wow, what a fascinating little creature. Did you just read my mind?
The name's Paimon? And no, Paimon's no mind reader. Just call it an educated guess.
It seems everyone shares a similar opinion about you, Idea.
I knew from the start that a managerial role wasn't for me. But
Mascot? Is that a new role? I don't remember casting you for that.
okay, enough about me. I'm just here to introduce you to some new friends of mine.
Idea presenta a Zosimo y a todos explica lo
that's
ocurrido.
why we came to see you. Well, do you have the component that fell out of the central hub?
I do. However...
¿Qué pasó?
I'm afraid the incident has caused many malfunctions with the stage mechanisms, and I can no longer put on any performances.
Okay, so you're holding the component ransom till we help you fix the mechanisms, huh?
No, till we fix the stage, surely.
I'd have thought he wants us to make some more props, no? Given that some of the standees are missing.
Or maybe the component is broken and...
You're all forgetting that the majority of his work involves writing scripts. I'll wager that he wants us to edit them.
¿Quién ha comenzado esta cadena de suposiciones, de verdad?
What has gotten into you all? What sort of person do you take me for, The component is safe and sound. I can give it to you now if you'd like, although I was hoping that maybe you might be willing to help rescue my show? You're a big group. I have lots of roles to fill. It would really speed up the casting.
Yeah.
A show? That sounds fun! I want to help! Can we?
Also, truth be told, I've hit a bit of a roadblock in my script, and suddenly I got my muse back.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain.
Aquí es donde van a ver,
something
vamos a
about seeing
ponerle
all
los
of you
nuevos
finally helped me
outfits,
figure out
los
how to
nuevos
continue
trajes.
my script.
Huh? You mean that story you've been stuck on forever? Are you serious? You really think you can finish it now?
Yes, really. Just give me a little time, and I'll write it all up. In the meantime, I'll leave things to you, Idea.
A ver.
Oh, and he's off to write the
Zosimos has always wanted to write an epic story about a thief and a mage. Apparently, he got the idea from some rumors that were swirling around, but he only got as far as writing the intro before writer's block set in. Why don't you all take some time for yourselves while I see what I can do?
Ok, a ver. Tiempo después, Zósimo regresa con una pila de guiones y los reparte entre la gente. Resulta bastante inverosímil que haya terminado de escribir el guión tan poco tiempo.
A director, my friends, is a storyteller. And the key ingredient to every good story is inspiration. The moment I laid eyes on General Sangonomiya, inspiration hit me for a brand new character. The heroine was the missing piece of the puzzle. The rest of the story flowed naturally from there. And now it's finished. So please, take a look through your scripts, and we will tell this story together.
Ok, estamos leyendo el guión.
Well, is everything clear?
Director Zosimos, how do you pronounce this word?
Let me see.
That's
sojourn. It means to stay for a while. This is a very cute moment, so let's make sure that comes through in the performance.
Oh, wait. There's another word I don't know here.
It's okay, Klee. We can go through your lines together a few more times after this meeting's over.
That would be most appreciated.
Van a tener que ser de niñera.
I had a feeling about you, actually.
Tiene que ser de niñera.
About character acting.
You're too kind. It's all in the script, really. It just rolls off the tongue.
Oh, you think so? Well, you definitely have a knack for it. I've actually been looking out for someone with your talent. If
Ahí le va a dar el traje de ladrón pirata.
Then I can see us working together for the long term. Be sure to...
What can I say? Sounds good to me.
Great. Fantastic. Now then, please go through your scripts one more time. But don't just read the words. Remember my notes. And really let the character inhabit you. If you need me for anything, I'll be in the big theater, right in the center of this area.
Wonder what the theaters are like here.
¿Cómo será, verdad? Ve al teatro central. ¿Dónde está? Arriba. Oh, esto se ve interesante. Acá está el men. Esto se ve interesante. Parece, o sea, literal es un teatro. O sea, pero parece que estuviéramos en Sumeru.
Where did it go? I put it right here.
Hey, Zosimos! What you up to?
Oh, it's you two. Please, come here.
La música de acá.
Feast your eyes on this stage. I designed it myself.
So,
es espectacular.
Directors have to design the stage too?
Oh, I'm no ordinary director. I take a more holistic approach.
Sounds like a lot of work. Edea wouldn't be able to handle that kind of job.
Edea has her work cut out for her too, you know. She's my one and only member of the audience. Though she often criticizes my shows.
Aún así hace críticas, no puedo
she
creerlo.
just says what she thinks. You don't know how to write, or this is getting ridiculous. I think it's because I use preprints in a way that she feels goes against what they're intended for. But even though she's my harshest critic, she's also been my biggest supporter in a lot of ways.
Ah, entonces sí lo ayuda.
I guess you could say she's like my agent. I'm very grateful to her. I've always dreamed of being a director, but I've never had the chance until I came here.
Claro.
So, what did you do before you came here?
Estaba en Fontaine, porque por la ropa...
I said, I dreamed.
Por la ropa es alguien de Fontaine.
From a young age, every time I came home after a show, I'd go over the story again and again in my mind. Growing up, my biggest aspiration was to be a director. Unfortunately,
lo lograste.
I couldn't offer much beyond my practical skills. So I ended up spending most of my time as a prop designer. Don't get me wrong, I do love building the set, but nothing satisfies me more than putting on my very own show.
No wonder you
Claro, o sea, ese sería lo mejor, ¿no? Tener su propio show y dirigirlo.
You're not doing a great job of convincing me that you're not a mind reader. By the way, could I ask you for your help with something? I'm having trouble finding the master script, and I'll need it shortly.
The one you only just finished writing? You lost it already?
Yeah. After I handed everyone their copies, I held on to my master copy while I was checking on everything around the theater. If it's not here, then it might be in the attic. These are the only two places I've been since I finished writing it.
Y tenemos que ir a buscarlo, ¿no? Como siempre, tenemos que solucionar los problemas de otras personas.
Would you two mind having a look for me?
Okay.
No problem. We'll find it.
Vamos, a ver, siempre tenemos que solucionar los problemas de otra gente. Fantástico.
Whoa! Look at all these books. Now, where's the master script?
Ahí arriba, pero bueno, habrá que llegar. ¿Glue?
Oh, sounds like a water droplet is on the second floor. Let's go have a look.
¿Qué pasó? A ver. ¿Qué pasó con la gotita?
Wow. This is a lot of scripts.
Hay un montón, pero yo veo un montón de libros nada más. No veo nada. No veo nada que sea específico.
Most of them look like works in progress. Then it should be the one that's finished. Okay, let's look for the thickest one and then check the ending. This is the only script that fits the bill. Plus it looks pretty new. This must be the master script.
¿Segura?
Let's go give it to Director Zosimos.
¿Estás segura, Paimon? Vamos a llevar algo que no es después.
Zosimos, we got your script.
Thank you. That's a huge help. I'm running out of time here. There's no way I'll be able to fix everything up perfectly. Anyway, the stage is secondary. The performance is what really matters. Things can always go wrong on stage, but as long as the show goes on, it should be fine.
Claro. Mientras todo salga, mientras el show esté bien, entonces yo creo que...
It's true. I realize now that a show is the art of the unknown. Even if you have the same actors performing on the same stage, the performance will be slightly different every time. Those subtle differences are what make each performance special.
¿De verdad te acabas de dar cuenta de eso?
Okay. One last request. Traveler, you can enter the preprints, yes?
Sí.
The truth is that my sets are composed entirely of preprints. First, I use materials to make the objects. Then I take those objects and turn them into the preprint. Now, of course, preprints are really meant for making objects to furnish the domain. So using objects to create preprints is, strictly speaking, the reverse of what this is intended for.
Oh.
But Edea said that if this is what I really want to do, she's not going to stand in my way.
So that's what you meant earlier. Okay, well, what do you need us to do?
I'd like the Traveler to go into the preprint set and help move props around during the performance.
Okay, o sea que vamos a...
The reason is...
Nosotros vamos a hacer lo que controlemos todo eso. Habla, ya, suéltate, Zosimo.
Moving the props and operating all the mechanisms, you never get the chance to watch the show.
Yes.
Ya, claro, pues muchos directores. Es como cuando el director no ve su propia película. Es como cuando yo no veo mis propios videos.
With shoddy writing and moments of sheer ridiculousness, I'd still like to see it for myself.
Hard to turn a guy down after a speech like that.
Thank you. Genuinely, I'm so grateful. I'll go and inform the others. Then.
Ok, vamos. ¿Qué tenemos que hacer? Da comienzo la actuación. ¿Dónde? ¿Qué tengo que...? Ya, acá. Entrando en el reflejo. A ver.
Long, long ago, there was a great thief. He lived in a land where the light did not shine, where all suffered in the darkness.
People call me...
Sorry, Kaeya. Directly into the microphone, please. Otherwise your voice'll... you know.
Okay. They call me the Dagger Bandit.
El Navajilla.
No one
el Pedro Navajas, ahí está. Sí existe, es real.
Here in the dark, evildoers run rampant in the shadows, while the good, honest folk stumble blindly on, just trying to find a way through.
¿Cómo que tengo que hacer? No tengo ni idea. ¿Me quedo aquí parado?
As the bandit brooded, suddenly the world was inexplicably changed as a single star appeared on the horizon and flew across the sky. Traveler, stomp on that movement mechanism.
Ah, recién.
Light.
Okay.
A brief flash, yet enough to illuminate the world.
Okay, ¿y ahora qué?
If I can find the source of that light, I can shine it into the darkness, and the people will suffer in blindness no longer.
F, ok. Ah, tengo que hacer bajar esto, creo,
moment
¿no?
to spare, he set off to follow the star's course. All the while, the star kept moving through the sky. Traveler, the star kept moving through the sky.
Ya lo arreglé, mira, puedo ir de frente. Ahí está. Maestro de la anticipación también, ¿ah? Soy un maestro de la anticipación. Tengo siempre un plan B.
Looks like I have to go through the desert. This could get dangerous.
If everything he'd heard was to be believed, the desert ahead was a no-man's land filled with horrors. Worse still, the star had landed in the most difficult-to-reach location, surrounded by sheer cliffs. But he was determined to press onward.
I've come this far, and I'm not about to turn back now.
F, ok, otra vez.
The dagger bandit trekked deep into the desert wasteland. Yet when he finally arrived at his destination, he found not a fallen star, but a young girl, dressed in white.
How strange. I'm positive this is where the star landed.
Ah, no entiendo.
Young
¿Qué tengo que hacer ahora?
Do you know where the light has gone?
Ahí se está moviendo.
The girl replied,
Traveler from afar, the light you seek is only a bottled flame.
Ese es Kokomi. Sí, ese es Kokomi.
Died, and its light is long gone.
Ese es Kokomi, esa es su voz.
Bottled flame?
Yes, it was a gift from another.
And so, the girl began to tell the story of how the bottle came into her possession. The girl hailed from a kingdom that sat atop the waterfalls. But when the reigning dynasty fell and a new one seized power, she and her people fled for their lives. A thick fog began to fill the air as she made her way through the forest, and dense thickets tried to block her path. There is a mechanism down there that you can press to retract the thicket board below the stage.
Ok, eso era todo.
If I only had a lamp to guide me through this wretched forest, then I could survive.
With scratches covering her arms and legs, the girl pressed through the pain and made her way forward. The road ahead was arduous, but she was determined to press onward.
¿Existen obras de teatro así con este tipo de animación así? Es lo que me gustaría saber. ¿Cuál tengo que activar? ¿Una o la otra? Las dos. F, ok, otra vez.
But just as she was drawing near her destination, a huge stretch of thorns and brambles suddenly came into view.
Un inmenso
zarzal and began to weigh on her heart.
If only someone could help me, I would give anything in return.
The girl's heartfelt wish in her moment of desperation did not go unheard.
Wait! There's no mechanism for the final thicket!
I must have forgotten to check those boards.
Uy, ahora
according to the story, those thickets should be gone.
Habría que bajar el tablón ahora.
Yes, total oversight on my part. What a pain.
I can help. Traveler, catch!
Oh no.
It's a Jumpy Dumpty!
Funcionó, mira, funcionó, es lo que importa.
The girl's heartfelt wish did not go unheard, for a Jumpy Dumpty, who was passing by, helped to clear a path for her.
Oh, thank you, Jumpy Dumpty.
Qué conveniente, ¿no?
And so the
Qué
girl
conveniente que cambió
continued
eso.
her journey deeper into the forest. But what she found there was not a lamp, but a mage glowing with fire.
Ahí entre klee.
So, just to clarify, it was supposed to be the mage who helped burn a path through the thicket.
Save it for the end, man!
The mage took pity on the girl and handed her a bottle. Then, the mage began to tell the story of how the bottle came into her possession.
Espera, este es como decir una especie de... Una especie de metáfora sobre la botella en la que estamos en este momento.
While taking rest in an oasis, she found a beautiful bottle by a crescent-shaped lake.
Es una metáfora, entonces, todo esto.
Get in the light.
She was an extraordinary mage
Ahí está.
with the power to grant people their wishes. She turned the bottle into a thing of equally extraordinary power. But the only place that it could make wishes come true was inside of the bottle.
Oh me, oh my! Look at this wonderful bottle of mine! It could make a fine toy! But better still, a sojourner's home!
The fiery mage blew into the bottle, allowing it to grant one single wish outside its glass walls.
Phew.
Oh, am I supposed to blow into it? Wow, it lit up!
A flame was kindled within the bottle, and it began to glow a fiery red, just like the mage herself. After the mage finished telling her story, she disappeared, leaving only the bottle behind.
Dejó solamente la
A
botella.
magic bottle that can grant wishes. Then I wish to leave this place and go somewhere where no one will ever find me again.
And then, the bottle seemed to softly inquire.
I don't know.
The flame in the bottle faded as the girl's single
Un
wish
poquito
was
raro ese
granted,
diálogo.
and she found herself
Un poco
in
raro
the
ese
middle
diálogo.
of the desert, far away, where no one could ever find her. When the dagger bandit listened to her story, he sighed in disappointment that the flame with the power to grant wishes outside of the bottle had already died.
No.
But this doesn't make sense. If it truly granted my wish, then nobody should have been able to find me here.
Maybe they shouldn't. The desert is difficult and dangerous to navigate, but I was determined to make it, no matter what.
Then take this bottle with you for your trouble. It may be able to grant you your wish, though sadly, only within the confines of the bottle itself.
All I wish for is light.
Honoring
Que se
the
haga la
bandit's
luz,
request,
no como en
the
el-
girl wished for light inside the bottle, and sure enough, it lit up. They found that while the light was only generated within, it could nonetheless shine through the glass and reach anywhere in the outside world.
Even though it doesn't burn as brilliantly as the light that shone before, this is still an extraordinary light. What will you do after I take the bottle?
Si se la va a llevar, no.
I don't know.
Well, then maybe you should come back with me.
With no reason to refuse, the girl accompanied the dagger bandit back to the land where the light did not shine. They brought light to that place, and the darkness was dispersed, and they lived happily ever after.
Qué buena historia, ¿no? Buen plot twist tuvo, Excelente historia, pero le faltaron armas. A ver, a ver.
And we're done! Seems the show went pretty well.
A ver el outfit. La mini Alice. Alice en miniatura.
This honorary night! Didn't I do great? I felt like I really was the fiery mage. Wow, great costume, Klee! As soon as Paimon saw your shadow, she thought straight away, what a cute hat!
Un papel ideal para Klee.
Klee loves it! Thanks, Mr. Zosimos! Oh, wait, no, I mean, Mr. Director.
Mr. Director? Huh, no one's ever called me that before.
Señor director,
Thank you.
¿Cómo está?
My dear little mage, thank you so much. Oh,
Miss Adia said that she tailored it a little bit so it would fit me, but you were the one who designed and made it. You're amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. And it sounds like Adia did a great job too.
It was nothing really. Just one of those, oh no, whatever shall I wear to the ball moments. Something comes in handy at times like that.
Sewing is an art in its own right. You're more talented than you give yourself credit for, Adia.
Really? Oh, I'm just gonna go for a second. Please, chat amongst yourselves.
Ay, ay, ay. Se puso nerviosa la doña.
She really can't handle being in the spotlight.
Idia's a sensitive person and doesn't have a whole lot of self-confidence. I hope all the excitement hasn't brought her to tears.
Don't worry. I'll go make sure she's okay. I'll see you all later.
¿Ok? Haz que no llore, por favor.
So, what did you all think of the play?
Huh? Uh-oh. Time to get serious. Now, are you sure you want to hear what we really think?
Oh, absolutely.
Sí, definitivamente queremos
I had the
escucharlo.
courage to ask, didn't I? So, don't mince your words. Go ahead. Speak your mind.
Okay, Paimon will go first. So, the dialogue at the beginning was pretty good, but
Exacto.
it ran out of steam as the story went on. Paimon could tell that you ran out of inspiration somewhere along the way.
Exacto, mucho
The characters
texto.
are honestly a little bit ridiculous. Paimon didn't get what you were trying to do. The moment anyone started to show any kind of substance, suddenly...
Yes, all very good points, Paimon. I would add that
Regresó de
in
la
its
nada.
attempt to pay tribute to
Regresó
the
de la
series
nada.
1,000 Nights, all semblance of a coherent was sacrificed. Plus,
Miss Adia, what are you doing back here?
oh, you know, I return like the tide when people start
Yo sé que
discussing
Kokomi se fue
something
por gusto.
Huh. Especially when it has to do
Kokomi se
with
fue por gusto.
criticizing my show.
Kokomi se fue
But there
completamente
was
por
one
gusto.
thing I liked about it. Just one, mind you. You think so? I thought I was letting him off lightly.
Adia, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Estás
sure.
frita, idea.
Excuse me
Estás
for a moment.
frita.
Back to you, Paimon. Keep up the good criticism.
Okay, in that case, Paimon did have one other complaint.
Let's hear it. Taking criticism on the chin is all part of being a director.
The ending was all wrong. The girl's motives were clear and simple the whole way through. It was kind of jarring when all
Ah,
she
sí,
had
¿verdad?
to say
Cada rato
was,
decía, no sé,
"I
no
don't
sé,
know."
no sé.
And doesn't anyone else find it weird how her whole community was on the run, but she was only looking out for herself the whole time?
Esto es una respuesta muy tonta, así que simplemente le voy a preguntar si está bien.
I'm fine. I'm not going to improve without feedback. I also learned a lot this time with the chance to be off stage. To be honest, it was a dream come true.
What a great attitude. You don't seem upset at all by our comments.
I wouldn't say I'm completely unaffected, but you're only speaking the truth.
Still, now that Paimon thinks about it, you did finish the script in a bit of a rush. Maybe we were being a little too hard on you.
El listón es muy alto y están teniendo
That's
demasiadas
perfectly
expectativas
fine.
para alguien que está improvisando.
Nothing is as important to me as my work on the stage. We all use our imaginations when we're kids, right? I used to play with dolls and my own cardboard cutouts by the light of an oil lamp. The shadows would come to life and dance on the walls. Fast forward to now, and in many ways, I'm still that same little kid, lying on his bed, making sound effects. And I get the same joy from running a show now as I did in my little bedroom theater. Of course, a director can accomplish nothing without a cast and crew. So on that note, I want you to all know that I am eternally grateful to each.
Ok, no hay problema, te hemos ayudado bastante aquí con esto. Y la voz de Paimon me sigue pareciendo que está sobresaturada, no sé por qué.
Here, take this. Your component as...
Oh, una lámpara.
It's the bottle from the show! The one that lit up when I blew into it.
That's right. Can you guess the secret behind why it lights up?
Oh, maybe there's an invisible fairy inside that opens its eyes when you blow into it.
Bingo! You guessed it.
No, no es, pero él por... para no decepcionar.
Oh, wait, this needs tightening up a little. Hold on, this will only take a second.
Parece que por ahí está ocurriendo algo interesante.
This outfit's more fashionable than I imagined.
Excuse me, everyone. Do you have a moment? Especially you, Zosimos. Idea wants to do a little something for you. She said...
A dream come true?
Yes. She said that as useless as she is, she wants to do something for you as the first person to have heard of your dream of being a director. Her words, not mine. I have to disagree, though. I have never thought of Idea as a useless person.
Solo es torpe, nada más.
Is this suddenly about me? If everybody is ready, then I'd like to invite tonight's male lead to take the stage.
A ver, Pedro Navaja en acción. Ahí está.
Wow! Cool! Kaya's turned into the real Dagger Bandit!
How is me changing outfits supposed to make the director's day? It's just a prototype costume. Is he that easy to please?
Don't be silly. If I know our director, nothing will make him happier than to see his ideas brought to life by the right actor.
Well, then I'm happy to oblige. Who am I to argue with the star of the show?
Zosimos drew up countless designs and made a few prototypes before landing on this one. It just needed some tailoring to fit properly, so I made a few stitches here and there.
Oh, it's perfect. Idea, I'm so touched. Thank you all. You've made me happier than I ever thought I could be.
Al ver cómo su obra cobarde, Zosimos se cubre la cara en sus ojos y las lágrimas de alegría recorren su rostro.
How are you doing? Recovered?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you again, Idea.
Oh, please, don't mention it. Well, now that we have the final component,
Porque ella es la única a la que no le brillan los ojos y su cabello es ligeramente diferente. Es un poco raro.
Get this place fixed up.
Can I keep wearing my costume?
Please do, by all means. Both of you can keep your costumes. It seems only fair.
Yay! Kaeya, keep wearing yours too. It looks amazing.
I agree with our mage. I'm sure it's not every day you get to play such an unforgettable character.
Sure. I think I can be a bandit for a little longer.
Bye-bye, Mr. Director.
Take care, my dear friends.
¿Y ahora qué? 20 protogemas nada más. Qué tacaños, ¿eh? Ok, llegar aquí fue una odisea. No hay muchos teletransportes. Ok. Ahí me parece haber visto a Eula y Collei. Sí, ahí están.
Yes. Idea had the water droplet send us a message just as the show was coming to an end. So we came back here to wait for you.
How is Lessig doing?
He finished all the maintenance work, but it took a lot out of him.
Oh,
¿Qué?
I feel a little guilty.
Le pasó algo, ¿no? Se cayó, seguro.
Consider it his atonement. It's only fair that he had to do something constructive before being able to sleep soundly.
Tremendos muslos que tiene Eula.
Seriously, don't waste your concern on him.
If you say so. Okay, without further ado, let's go and fix the domain.
Isn't this where we first met?
Uy, ¿verdad? Aquí es donde primera vez aparecimos, creo.
Correct. The core of the Veluriyam Mirage is the largest streaming projector of all, and this domain is one gigantic preprint.
Whoa, so everything we've seen is created by this? That's incredible. So, to fix it, same process as usual, right?
Exactly. Well done. You catch on quick.
It's hard to forget after doing it so many times now.
Let's get going. This is the final step.
Yay! Suddenly Paimon's really excited.
The hub consists of these components. All you need to do is place them onto the foundation in the right shape.
¿Qué podemos hablar con ellos?
Something that spins. Would a water wheel count?
Algo que gire. ¿Qué dice Eula?
I guess it'll be time for us to leave once this is fixed.
No, no quiero que acabe tan pronto. Idia, ¿tú qué dices?
Wait, this is Zosimos' bottle lamp. Try sticking it in somewhere where there's a gap. And maybe on the right.
Ok, en la derecha dice. ¿Qué dice Kaeya?
What's making that shadow? Is it the rope?
¿Cuál sombra? Ah! Oh.
I feel like the rope should go from one part to another to...
Continuó. Oh, ¿verdad? Paimon estaba hablando.
Oh, don't worry
Ah, no,
about it.
Idia.
Close enough will do. As long as it can spin, it'll be fine. Should be fine. I think.
Sometimes you have no standards whatsoever.
Te rompí todo este rato. ¿Qué dice Klee? A ver.
It's like doing a jigsaw puzzle.
Ah, claro, es como hacer un rompecabezas. No, literalmente es un rompecabezas.
If I remember correctly, I think there's supposed to be a small cog on the right-hand side. So maybe that's the candy box.
A ver. ¿Y en dónde se coloca eso? A ver, vamos a ver. Colocar arriba. No. Extraer pieza superior. En medio va esto. Definitivamente. Ajá. Abajo. Va esto. Y arriba va la cuerda. Ahora sí. Ingeniería.
But why isn't it turning?
The components are back in the core, and the hub is restored to its proper shape again. That's all we needed to do. Like any wound, it just needs time to heal. It'll probably just start turning again one day in the middle of the night when no one's looking.
Really? I thought that with your special abilities, you could get it turning again right away.
Espera, ¿estás seguro que está arreglado?
What?
Plot twist, de repente ella era la villana todo este tiempo. Y quería encerrarnos aquí. Sería genial, ¿eh? Sería un buen giro de tuerca. Sería un muy buen giro de tuerca si fuera así.
Magic powers too. I bet they're super awesome. What are you guys talking about? And how is Klee on this, but Paimon isn't?
Paimon, ¿de verdad no te has dado cuenta aún?
Our mascot's true form.
As I've said all along, there's much more to Edea than she gives herself credit for. She has a very special power.
¿Qué? ¿Tiene un poder? ¿Cómo? No entiendo.
I think some of us have sensed that already.
Did you notice right away, General? I only found out when I was chatting with Eula.
So our general was the first to notice.
I'd say the same about you, Kaeya.
What the? All of
¿Qué pasó con el suelo? ¿Por qué se puso
I
así?
wasn't trying to hide anything from you, I promise. It's just... For people who stumble upon this place by accident, I think my current form is more approachable than my true
ella es un hidrolón mimético, es una gotita. Ah, ya lo sabía.
What is it? And whatever it is, how the heck does everyone know about?
Well, for one thing, I sensed elemental energy in the
Oh,
residents
todos
here,
son.
but none of them have visions. Then my mind started to wander as I was reading a storybook, and suddenly, I had a thought. Since hydroidolins can change into any
¡Qué
form,
buen plot twist!
why not human form?
You hit the nail on the
Con
head.
razón, mientras... Bueno, esto no lo tengo... no puedo mostrarlo en video, pero de repente cuando termine esta escena lo voy a hacer. Yo activé la visión elemental en un momento y todas las personas se ven como si fueran hidro. ¡Es una oceanida! A ver, esto no lo sabía. La arconte hidro es nueva, entonces la que salió en el tráiler. Es una diferente a la que supuestamente existe.
You're so
No te dejes engañar, Klee es peligrosa. Invoca monstruos que te hacen daño.
You look stunning. You should be flaunting this look at every opportunity.
Oh, come on. I'm too shy. Wait. So does this mean that all the people we met in here are
I'm guessing that the human counterparts to these Hydro alter egos are long gone.
That's right. When they wanted to leave, I took them to the edge of the desert. The components are in fact gifts that they gave to me before they left. But I'm always curious about what brings people here. So I used the streaming projector to bring their wishes to life.
The power to grant wishes, but only within the confines of the bottle.
Exactly.
O sea,
it's a truly extraordinary light.
I've just realized something. When the components fell from the core, it appeared as if they had returned to their respective owners. It was after the components landed where they did that their owners and the things associated with them arose around them to form the different zones.
Las personas que hemos conocido hasta ahora son solo ilusiones.
Now that the components have been retrieved.
Don't worry, they'll be quite safe as long as I remember them. However much we might criticize each other or get into scuffles, in this mirage,
O sea, todos son ilusiones de ella, o sea, son, por decirlo así, alucinaciones. Es como la manifestación de digamos, de lo que ella piensa, o sea, como vos, el cuervo de Fishing.
I'll never forget them either. Me neither.
En cierta parte es un poco triste, ¿eh?
My adventures in this fantasy land.
Very good. But it's probably time I set this wheel in motion.
This one's all yours, Adia, our magical mascot.
Suave como el agua.
Please work.
A ver, ¿hará que cambie algo el mapa? Eso, ok. No hagas ese ruido de nuevo, por favor, Idia. No vuelvas a hacerlo otra vez. Segunda advertencia.
That's strange. Nothing happened. Has it lost some power because of the incident? Oh, crumbs. Not now. Not right off the back of everyone putting.
No me digas que te quedaste sin poder ya. En las últimas se queda sin poder, no puede ser. Técnicamente sí.
What now? This was the only way. Now I'll never be able to show you how the Veluriyam mirage is supposed to look.
Pero ¿cómo es que se supe? O sea.
Hold on. I have an idea.
Pero esta no es la verdadera forma del aparato, la botella en donde estamos.
If it's okay with you, would you let me borrow the Shinro casket from the domain's core?
Ah, the Shinro casket. That sounds
Ahora la reemplaza con una de la isla Watatsumi, pues.
Here. Is this it?
Wow!
Oh.
A huge shell!
No hay doble sentido. No hay doble sentido.
Mentioned earlier! So this is where it's been hiding!
It was once a ritual vessel used for making offerings in the Moun shrine. It's made from the remains of a yokai called the Shinkiro. And it can
Como
listen
noto,
to the
debí
wishes
tomar una
of
captura de
those who
pantalla.
come to pray to build up Shinki, which gives it its power.
Estoy seguro que alguien ya lo ha hecho. Ya he hecho memes con eso.
Centuries ago, the relic was lost when the last prefect of Yashiori died in battle. Its final resting place was unknown. The pearl that goes with it should be able to sense the casket's location. But when, unbeknownst to anyone at the time, the casket disappeared inside the core of the Veluriyam mirage, the pearl's light died out.
Huh?
Yeah?
How come?
Well, imagine it was a sound instead of light. If the room is too big, you can't hear anything from outside the door, can you?
Oh, I get it now. The shell must have been having too much fun one day.
No malinterpreten las cosas, Klee.
Solitary confinement room.
I understand now too. The core has been wearing out recently. That's why you were able to follow the pearl all the way here.
To get back to the story, without the offerings at the shrine, this vessel quickly loses its power. Yet countless people who have visited this domain brought their wishes with them and left a small piece of themselves behind along with their gifts.
Wow. I never knew this thing was so powerful.
It is. Powerful enough to help you repair the Veluriyam mirage with any luck.
¿Y por qué no lo dijiste antes, Kokomi?
What do I do with it?
It's simple. We just need to awaken it by telling it what we wish for.
Un deseo, a ver.
For example, my name is Sangonomiya Kokomi, the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, and my wish is to use my critical thinking and strategic planning skills to bring a little more joy into Itia. What do you wish for?
Me? My wish is that all those who have sojourned to the Veluriyam mirage in the past will achieve what they truly wish for. Not just in this domain, but out there, too.
Ya quisiera yo también, ¿eh?
Even though I know full well that trying to build a railway in the outside world is just a pipe dream, and that Maimuna will probably just go back to being a scholar. And I know that Zosimos has a lot of improving to do as a playwright.
Ok, no tenías que ser tan honesta. O sea, las personas que hemos visto aquí son personas que sí existen, pero las que estamos viendo aquí son como que copias hechas de agua, sí, por así decirlo. Es lo que yo estoy entendiendo. A ver, ¿escena animada? ¿Eso es lo que va a pasar ahora? Sí.
Okay, the combined power of our hopes and dreams is at your disposal.
Ay. Todos eran reales, pero ella se quedó sola. Claro, ellos son copias de los originales, pero son hechos de agua. Y ahora sí gira, supongo. Claro, ahí está como una especie de cadena que tiene, parece un motor. ¿Habrá vuelto a su forma humana Idia? A ver, vamos a ver. Ahí está. Ya no está sola ya. Y me arruinas el momento con una pantalla de carga. Gracias, Hoyovers.
Yay! Idia, you're back to normal.
¿Estás bien?
Everyone's praise and curious questions went to my head. I said so many things I'm so ashamed of, and I lost the courage to live on.
Please don't say that. Yours was a noble wish.
Yeah. And you weren't granting wishes for yourself.
La cinemática estaba a 30 FPS y ahora que estoy viendo el juego de nuevo a frames normales se ve todo demasiado mucho más fluido. Tremendo efecto placebo.
Just to see them smile. If you ask me, that's one of the most noble things a person can aspire to.
Y a lo que hago referencias para los que no lo saben, el Genshin solo puede correr como máximo 60, no te da opción a más. Incluso si desactivas la sincronización vertical.
Someone like me doesn't deserve so many people's praise.
Well, at least the domain is fixed now, and all the components are back in place.
What's the matter?
A ver, qué miedo cada vez que a ella se le ocurre algo, qué miedo de verdad. Da miedo.
I suddenly have loads and loads of more wishes. I want to ride the choo-choo cart again and look down from
No te preocupes, nos quedan como 40, como menos de 40. Nos quedan como 30 y tantos días para disfrutar todo este parque de diversiones, que eso es lo que es prácticamente esto.
There is a way, but there's only space for a very few people.
That's okay. I can go up by myself.
Hay un cofre ahí atrás.
But it'd be more fun with Miss Honorary Knight.
Jamás la abandonaré de señorita bruja.
It's so high. What happens if we fall off?
Pero tú puedes volar, ¿no?
Yeah, but Paimon's just worried for you.
Don't worry, I'll be there to make sure no one falls off. I haven't been up there in a long time myself.
A ver, prepárate para subir a la rueda del buje central. Recién me di cuenta que tengo 160 de ping. ¿Qué pasó? Ah, ahora sí se puede acceder aquí. Yo recuerdo que quería yo subirme por este lado y no se podía. Había como una pared invisible. Ahora sí se puede. A ver, tengo que simplemente saltar. No me da miedo. Juro que si me caigo. Ah, no. Ay, ok. Ya entendí. No hay necesidad de hacer eso. Pero ¿por qué me marca 3? No entiendo. Ok, 1. Dirígete a la parte más alta. Ok, vamos a dejar que esto suba solo.
Wow, so high. I can see everything.
Todo se ve muy bien con esa escala de renderizado, obviamente. Gracias, Nvidia.
Sure thing.
A ver, ¿cuál es el número de la suerte antes de llegar? 4, ok. De verdad parece un motor, la parte de adelante de un motor.
Whenever people have to leave this domain, I like to come up here and spend some time alone after I've seen them out. They're always overjoyed when they first arrive and start but once they realize that they can't take anything home with them, they get upset. Some of them can't bear to leave. Others regret ever setting foot in this place.
Do you ever get sad, Idia?
I feel lonely at times, but not sad. A lot of people destroy everything they created before leaving, but some don't, like the residents you met.
O sea, muchas personas han entrado y salido. Claro, sabemos que CABE entró una vez y diseñó varios de estos edificios. O sea, muchas personas pueden entrar y salir. O sea, eso no es problema, parece.
Just the thought that one day they might achieve their dreams and live on the outside just as their counterparts do in here, that's enough to make me happy. It feels like I'm here waiting for them in the future, where they've achieved everything they wanted. Really?
Claro, que el hecho de que tú sola estés haciendo todo esto como puedas, me parece a mí también. Ahorita me parece excepcional lo que ella está haciendo aquí.
Whether someone is still working towards their dream or living it already, as long as whenever they think back to that spark of light within them, it still makes them smile fondly.
Well, I feel super happy right now.
Then I guess I finally paid Alice back after all these years. Funny to think I've been in the middle of a desert this whole time. It's just a giant muddy swamp to me.
Time for Paimon to give you a nickname!
La enfangada.
Watch out for Idia the Mud Fairy!
How dare you mock me! Roar! I'll gobble you up
Roar.
in one mouthful! I'm still embarrassed to have shown you my uglier side, but I'm glad the Veluriyam Mirage is up and running again. This place is going to be bustling with activity again soon enough.
Ojalá el próximo año también volvamos a la botella para ver cómo ha cambiado todo. Y con eso se terminó todo, creo. Vamos a ver. Y bien, parece que ha sido una muy buena... Bueno, no parece, ha sido una muy buena historia, me gusta. Lamentablemente siempre este tipo de eventos son temporales, no son permanentes. Este mapa también va a ser temporal, no se va a quedar para siempre, es como el archipiélago. Bueno, ya era hora que hicieran un cambio, ¿no? Siempre tuvimos 2 años del archipiélago, la segunda no fue como la primera. Pero esta vez tenemos una nueva zona que estoy seguro que cada 2 años van a ser. Entonces el próximo año vamos a volver a esta botella mágica, al espejismo. Y me parece divertido, esperemos a ver cómo cambian el próximo año, ¿no? Vamos a ver con cosas de Fontaine, con personajes de Fontaine también. De repente tenemos, por primera vez vamos a ver personajes que nunca habíamos visto y vamos a llevárnoslos a esos sitios, ¿no? Entonces me parece muy genial. Pero bueno, ha sido una bonita historia, me gusta. Siempre es divertido llevar las historias de Klee, siempre, todo lo que tenga que ver con Klee siempre es divertido. Así que nada, espero que les haya gustado toda esta historia. Les agradezco por haber acompañado. No olviden dejar su like y suscribirse si es que quieren ver más videos así. Y nos estamos viendo en la próxima oportunidad. ¡Chao!